He's not so bad. You can take a lot of damage from him, but we're not playing Elven Ring, okay? We're not playing Elven Ring. That's not what we're doing. Unfortunately for some of you. What else did we have? There was one more thing. Well, I called this stream One Last Chance. I called this stream One Last Chance because we're going to try one more time. We're going to go for one last run. One last run. I don't know why this chat's fucked up on this side. I don't know why this chat's fucked up on this side. If someone starts saying racist shit or shit about other chatters and like completely out of pocket shit, I'm going to pull the chat off the screen because I ain't having that, and then I'm just not going to like respond to it. Like, you want to call yourself my dead dad and all this shit, that's on you. But I'll just, if you say racist shit, if someone says mad shit, I'm going to pull the chat off the screen and we're just going to be in there laughing about it. Like, we're going to be in their chat laughing about it. I don't know why this is all fucked up. This needs to be my page. It looks like it's in the VOD page. Hang on a minute, I've got to change this. No. Oh, I need to interact with it. Fuck! There we go. But that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I mean, there's a coward somewhere, Natal Cog. At first, I thought it was someone just trying to, like, get a rise out of everyone and say some, like, slightly out-of-pocket shit. And I get it, because they have got no moderation. But there was someone trying to be edgy, and, like, I'm not having it on the screen, and if you carry it on, like, we're just not, I just ain't going to respond. Because we're all going to have fun about it. But hopefully, like, because last time one of the guys was Asian, and he stopped because they were saying shit about him. Like, I'm not having that. If they're like, if the people performing are like fucking black or something and they're saying shit about them, I ain't having that. We're turning it off. Like, no one's, like, just because we're restreaming it, I'm not having that. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, it's up. They're just not live yet. I think it's one girl on her own. Demi Divina. Let Derek get in there first. Let him get in there first. Let him feel settled. Let him get in there first. Because a few of the other people in there know that I restream this. There's some other geezer in there was getting annoyed saying, fuck it, you're fucking streaming that. Other people in there know that someone restreams it. And they weren't happy about it. Dev the dude with the 12 months. I do need to do one thing. Hang on. Oh. Okay. You're not home. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's reset. Let's reset. It's not live yet. Again, sometimes he does things and sometimes he's not there. So sometimes he's not there. But I thought with all the talk today and the interview and the geezer talking about it and saying all this stuff, as much as I think it was fucked up what the person said, no. We're still going to keep an eye on this little prick at least once more. We're still going to keep an eye on this little prick at least once more. Needed weed, I mean, you know. Needs bust. I know, she's with a dude as well. Then Derek's not there yet. Big Cat Daddy's there. He's not there yet. He's not there yet. He's normally there first thing. Okay, he's there. He's there. He's there, chat.
And then the second one, we had a threesome. I played mommy, or stepmom.
He's there. Let's just observe him for a little bit. Let's just observe him for a little bit, yeah?
So I'm excited.
Let's observe him. Let's see what Big Cat Daddy says as well, that fucking dipshit. Happy Friday, Anya and Lucky, yeah. It's him. Great matching outfit, Anya. Go private. Listen to your daddy. Go private.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think they do they?
Who's saying? Oh, hi.
Lucky sure did make you come non-stop, Anya.
Natural boobs, they are. Oh, lots of dirty talk. I am such a...
Big Cat Daddy's the same. Anya, I loved you working with Lucky and Ariana Valencia. Bro, I loved you in this other porn scene. I loved watching you getting fucked this other time.
Obviously, I knew that.
Shut up, Ryan Drake!
Most orgasms I've ever had during a scene.
Anya, how long have you been in the industry? Bro, he wants to know. He wants them to say, since I was 18 years old. He wants them to say since they were like 18 or 19. So he can think about the youngest version of them getting fucked. How long have you been in the industry?
Oh, you watched two of my scenes before. Wait, my scenes are like... I'm assuming me, I forget.
How long have you been in the industry?
I do really love sex, yeah.
How long have you been sucking dicks for a living?
Did you ever do cosplay porn? I haven't.
And again, I'm not judging, but again, yes, what a weird question. Just, why does that matter?
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Steve Trashman, how you doing?
See that?
Of course. Yeah.
Big Cat Daddy is an imposter! The real Big Cat Daddy. Fuck's sake.
Oh, Sailor Moon.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking with Penny.
I loved your scene with Manuel Ferreira. I loved when you were on his stream. Bro, Derek, they're on this stream, you thick cunt.
I totally missed it. I started reading it, it went away.
It'll be back.
He doesn't lift.
Yeah.
Look at this emo kid they got on here.
Just boy, girl, or girl, honestly.
Yeah. How long have you been in the industry?
2 days, but at the same time.
Anya, do you miss both Logan Long and Jay? He's asking her if she misses other porn stars.
And I like that.
Anya, do you miss both Logan Long and Jake Adams? What, do you miss having both their dicks inside your body at the same time? What's he getting at? What the fuck is wrong with him?
Look at her.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
Aww. I'm not shaved.
What the
today,
fuck is
sorry.
wrong
I
with
love
this
you
kid?
much.
Someone's in there as Derek. Someone's just in there as Derek. Do you miss Do you miss both Logan Long and Jake Adams? Sucks with... Bro, they're dead. He's talking about dead people. He's talking about dead porn stars. He's talking about dead porn stars. He's talking about dead porn stars. Again, by the way.
So what do you guys want to see tonight?
Sucks we lost 2 industry porn stars. Bro, what a freak.
I have a couple ideas.
What a fucking freak. The real big cat daddy. Oh, God.
We love you. Bush family. Fuck yeah.
When did mastermind? When did I lose my virginity? High school, freshman year. I was a little slut.
Little slut.
Snake Hips is there.
Not much has changed.
Was it to a boyfriend or?
No. Oh my
See,
God.
he's still asking.
Guys, I barely like. Ever
He's still asking. I'm not going to give the link out yet.
Absolutely, yeah.
I am lucky too, so let's not forget about me. Doggy facing camera. Yeah, you like that? You want to
Something
fuck
like
me like this? That's
Just like
hot.
that?
Okay. Frankie, how you doing?
Oh, of course I can, Fabian.
Bro, he's still asking her,
I know that I
like,
do it right, but.
he's still asking her.
Oh, I can definitely do that.
I love gagging. My limits today.
What is your limits today? Anal games could be on check.
I do love anal.
Oh my God.
Super strong.
We judge their performance.
I just always
Pussy
have. I like the
stimulation.
type of
Yeah,
anal.
nice one,
Like
pussycat.
and it's,
Oh
like,
my
so
God.
sensitive and, like,
Is
so-
good enough Anya to fulfill. Bro, this guy says some mad
Just
shit.
look at me, just like, let me be.
Can you and Lucky both give me a shout out when you do reverse cowgirl?
I did. I didn't get enough
Yeah.
this week. Twice and stuff
What?
not enough.
What if I had to show you?
I
Now I can do
know.
something.
Oh, God. Real Big Cat Daddy's in there. Where's Big Cat Daddy?
Thanks, Rob. Ass eating.
Where's Big Cat Daddy?
The real big cat daddy. Whose ass are you trading?
Where's the other Big Cat Daddy?
Mine or Lucky's? Because
Derek spamming.
Oh, it's so no, it's so nice. I can't read this stuff, guys.
Did you steal it from Luke?
What?
Luke keeps asking to say, please give me dick really hard.
Oh.
Bro, he's still spamming.
Right? It's like a-
Now he's on a mission. He didn't get it read. Go on then. Go on then.
My sensitive part. I would definitely say my asshole, but second was just.
They said his name right, unfortunately for you lot.
What it is. I said your name right. Rich.
Yeah.
Right?
She's
I said
happy.
it right again. Hopefully. I tried.
Please say, Derek, you did good.
How flexible am I?
They're making loads of gold, these two. These two are making like way more than they normally do.
It's like not even hard. I think I can fit my whole foot in my mouth too.
Okay. Okay. Listen to Pussycat. Foot stocking oral. Nice, Anya. Bro, that geezer's like, that geezer's lost all hope.
Especially on white toenails.
I do.
That geezer's lost all hope. Big Cat Daddy not posted in capital letters now. DSP reacts.
I'm gonna leave you guys with this beautiful girl right now.
Hey. Be off yourself now.
DSP reacts.
Definitely like that.
Can you promise me something? Look at Derek getting creepy with her.
Oh, I'm so excited to come for you, Kat.
Promise me something.
You want me to twerk?
Promise me something. Hello, Derek with a K. Can you say Derek, then say it with a H? That's how you say. He's onto his name stuff. Anya, do you agree there was too much story-style gay content in the latest Last of Us episode? Oh my life. Can you say Derek with an H? Get it out of there. Derek with a K. Oh. They're getting gold though.
I'm just excited to watch me get back.
Do you like Wo Long? It just came out.
Eat boobies.
Do you like Wo Long? It just came out. Free Andrew Tate. You said my name wrong, actually. Get Derek's shit out of there. My queen. Big cat Derek. Derek with a K. Oh. Derek Young's longer women. This is not wrong. Can you say Derek first and replace the K with an H? He's already going. That's a ferocious one.
So horny, hungry for cock.
Oh, listen to her, bro. Listen to the state of it. Bro, that's a bit of a ferocious one. That one looks a bit ferocious. He's spamming hard. He's spamming hard. He's spamming proper hard. Do you like Pokemon? Do you like Pokemon? These two have made loads of gold. I've seen it go past so many times. Bro, look at Pussycat. Vivid, tender, marinated. Bro, shut the fuck up, please. That guy, what a fucking freak. He's like the thing plugged like direct into his head. He got like the VR headset on or something, just on the bed. Hasn't moved for like 8 hours. That geezer's lost, bro. He's well lost. He's still spamming it hard. Who is your favourite character on Tekken? Did you catch my react video to Pro Jared? I like your bed sheets. Where can I buy them? He's spamming hard. They did hit the tips goal. Say Derek with a K. Play with ass. We got this guy. A second that. We might as well get our money's worth, which is nothing. Look at, bro, Pussycat. So fucking tight. Plunging both index, middle fingers. Bro, for a start, it don't look that tight at all. Let me say that now. It don't look tight at all. Okay? How old do I think she is? I have no idea. In her 30s, maybe? Which vest is Kuma best? Anya, call Derek a nonce. Best PS3 emulator for iPhone ? The damage looks permanent. Oh, I need to edit this page again so you actually have the 7 TV. I need to make a new 7 TV for that and put a background with it. Damage looks permanent. Anya, can you say, Derek, I want your cum all over my beautiful face? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. No. Oh, God. Bro, I don't need to see it that close. Holy shit. Holy shit. I don't need that. The damage looks permanent. More zoom. Oh. I don't need to see it that close. She's making terrible faces again. Ugh. With a K. More urethra. Fuck me. Oh, the faces are bad on most of these cam shows. The faces are pretty terrible. The faces are pretty terrible. Can you soon into the balls? What does that mean? The real Big Cat Daddy. Tell Big Cat Daddy what it tastes like. That person impersonating Big Cat Daddy's got it going pretty good. I mean, I guess it's not very hard to impersonate. Many of us could do that, to be fair. What are these faces? Big Cat Daddy's probably on Twitter complaining about us right now. Post banana in chat for free glow. You fucking trash man! Exclamation glow! Oh, is she a bit louder for you? What we'd do is that, and then we'll up that a little bit. Can I say free Jenna for my main girl? And yeah, how do you manipulate your audience into hitting tip goals? Okay. Kilda, how you doing? Anya, can you say, Derek, I want your cum all over my beautiful face? Oh, God. God almighty, this little freak. That's the sort of things he's going to make these girls say to him when he kidnaps them. You know that, right? That's what he's going to make these girls say to him when he kidnaps them. That's the sort of shit he's going to make them say. Tell Derek you want his cum on your face. That's what he's going to be doing. Tell Derek you want his cum. He's there going... Big ups, Kai and Goon. Hashtag get better. Yeah, I second that. I second that. Yeah. Poor fucking Goon. Can everyone post hashtag free Jenna in chat for my main girl? Bob Paris. No, Bob. Poor Bob. A Canadian serial killer in the making. What he does in real life, there's probably people on the internet who know these things. There's that big thread on Kiwi Farms. I didn't look through it properly yet. I had a little glance through some of the stuff. Okay, we got like alt dude. It looks like he might have a boy on him though. He looks like he might have a boy on him. Free Frogger. Stuttering Derek. No condoms this time. They always use condoms, don't they, really? Rip Harambe. Bro, he's got a piece on him, though. Not bad. Harambe didn't do shit. These fucking guys like cheerleaders for Derek. Yeah. Again, a lot of them don't, like, again, I get it, it's a camera and that, it's a live show. But, like, take a Viagra or something, bro. Derek IP had a playlist on YouTube full of young girls, though. True story. Look at Pussycat, balls deep, making a slobbery, wet, soaking mess. Oh, bro. They need to check that cunt's hard drive. They need to check that fucking cunt's hard drive. Derek loves tea is a serial woman harasser. Oh my god. The spam. Trash man killing. Trash man's killing. To be fair, his dick's not that big. Sorry, bro. Did you kill the uncle at the end of Ghost of Tsushima? For fuck's sake. Lucky, say Derek, you may coom now. Bro, why is she blowing bubbles on the thing? We don't even need that. I'm sorry, Dev to do. Why is she blowing bubbles? It's not like, alright. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What's she doing? You don't even need to do that. You don't even need that. Bro. My favourite animal is a pig roach. Bubbles, we hit the tip goal. When they made some gold, he's still going. Go watch Unmarked show already. He's still spamming. Look how hard he's spamming, bro. Derek IP had a playlist on YouTube full of young girls, though. I also don't believe in pubic hair as a man, but you know, it's like a personal preference thing, really. Plus, it's probably a little bit like what's name to shave your pubes all the time. Like tomorrow, I got to do arms, legs, and head. I got to do zzz and arms and legs tomorrow. Did Derek leave? No, he's there. He's there. Right, why are they just spitting on each other? I do all sorts of obscene things. I don't exactly like spit. I mean, I guess whatever gets you off, but you know, huge big gobs of spit. It's not really a thing for me. I keep trimmed pubes personally, Law of Power. Can you please say we hit the tier 3 goal whilst accepting cum on your face? Anya is Big Cat Daddy's dirty, dirty girl. 69 it would be incredibly hot. Say Derek with a K. Yep. Bro, the more spit, really? How do I beat Ray Hayabusa on what? On Neo DLC. Would you be interested in interviewing me to hear my side of the story? Jasper Kitty. It'll be so fun when Anya goes to Blackwell Academy in Arcadia Bay, Oregon. What? What? Tell Justin to stroke faster. Ugh, God. Would you consider wage quitting the Neo DLC? Oh. God bless America. Oh. Shout out to my wife Kat. She works in retail. Life is Strange, yeah. It's called Arcadia Bay, the first game. I don't really see why they said that. Okay. Mr. Pun, how you doing? He's gone quiet for a bit. He's looking at the wrong camera. What? This pussycat dude is like... Derek's gone quiet. Derek's gone quiet. Yeah, why is Pussycat talking about Life is Strange? Derek's gone quiet. He's only going 2%. Maybe she talked to him. Derek loves tea. He likes to be called Derek. He told me. Let's have a look. Yeah, I ain't seen him for a bit. I love this style of meaningful come and spit style chill content. Maybe his mum walked in, yeah, maybe he got called downstairs. And he had to sit there. I'll be there in a minute. Like waiting. God. Creepy little cunt. Smell and lick the armpits. Yeah. He has gone quiet. He might have killed his chat. He don't normally do that. But he's gone though. Okay. Poke that urethra. Oh my god. Do you think you could file a restraining order on Derek IP? Okay. Oh, bro, why they keep spitting on each other? I'm into all sorts of freaky shit. Not just spitting, but like the just huge amounts of saliva for no reason. Yeah, but like a little bit of spitting, I get that. Spitting on your girlfriend's fucking pussy or something. Like, that's not that weird, but like spitting in their, like, having huge big amounts and like, I mean, yeah, each to their own. It's not something I'm that what's name with. This guy doesn't lift. Derek gone. No condoms, Lord Power, it's over. Derek's gone. Or he's invisibled his chat. But he's gone. He's either gone or he's hidden his chat, I think. He's either gone or he's hidden the chat. That little big cat daddy dude. My friend Philip told me Derek is not a wow. Yeah, I think he's gone. Trashman just in case. Trashman in there just in case. I think he's gone. It's some kind of freak cum slave. Either that or we hid the chat. Because he don't normally disappear just because he was spamming regardless. Maybe it was what Trashman was saying. Maybe it was what Trashman was saying. Maybe. Potentially. Derek writing a sad email to his dad. Someone said that DSP mentioned it about him getting trolled on other sites. But I don't think he's referring to this. I don't think he's referring to this. I don't think. I mean, these guys are better than some. Big Cat Derek. I can't hear what she's saying. Yeah. He did have the. I listened to most of it on Tevin's stream, like all his weird ranting and stuff. Derek says he'll be right back. See again, and he's like, he don't normally disappear, but potentially. You have to be careful though, I can't leave this open. Free Frogger. Yeah. Free Frogger, bro. This Big Cat Daddy dude. He's gone as well. Actual Big Cat Daddy's probably on Twitter well pissed. Jasper Kitty. Yeah, that armpit thing. Oh, bro. Trashman Free Jenner. Thoughts on Will Smith? I don't know what they said in Froggers. I don't know how long he can reapply or whatever, if he can. I don't know. These guys can come on command though. They can often come on command. That's definitely, I don't know about a skill, but sometimes I'd go for ages and I just wouldn't come. They'd be like going in now, I'd be like, you sure? Often I like won't. So they definitely got that sort of control. Every time this guy's here, there's no chat interaction. Please don't book him again. Suck them toes. It's just the faces in the cameras and that just make me cringe. Like, she's looking at something else. Look, like... narrowing this, and now I'm going to talk a little bit. All that stuff I find super weird. All the weird eye contact and the like, because it's so fake. That's the thing. You can't. It's quite difficult to fake sort of that sort of intensity and that intimacy between two people, where it's legitimate. Like, it's just so weird. Look, she's got her eyes rolling in her head, bro. This is embarrassing. But I mean, you know, better than some of them. There's at least 4 people jerking off to this. I mean, yeah. Lord Power likes the swinging tits. Where is Derek with a K? This is embarrassing. No, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Derek's not even there. Derek had to help his mum with the dishes. Enjoy a very long 69ing in front of the cam. Lick the armpits. I don't think he's coming back. We might call it. I might call it because he's not coming back. Can Lucky actually lift some? I'm gonna tear into him now. He doesn't look as poor. This poor cunt. At least he can't hear me saying it doesn't look like. It looks like he don't lift. Leg day. Again, he's got a lot of hair as well. It's just personal preference again, but I'll shave all my leg hair, all that shit. I'll shave everything, bro. It's all gone. He's got a dingus tattoo. What?
Think about it, boy.
Where? On his leg? Of what? The little person, whatever the fuck it is. All of you shut the hell up. You like Gummo by 6ix9ine. Where? Thoughts on the Cuban Missile Crisis. Tongue lover is a detractor. He just wants to coom in peace. I want to see this guy's dingus tattoo. Test my nuts, loser. Where's the shy guy? Trim Dukem, how you doing? I mean, we were. And we might still be. It all depends on what sort of shit happens in the chat. If aforementioned person is here, they've either kept a lid on it or they're not here. He lean more left wing or right wing? Where's this dingus tattoo? On his leg down here somewhere. Show the shy guy. I don't think they can see it. The asshole has the same shape as DSP's broken hairline, yeah. Alright, we get it. Power fucking and that. I get it. Like, come on, bro. Calm. Not always about that. Show the shy guy. It's not always about that, geese. I guess again, I just have to do it for the fucking show. Cameraman, I know you're reading. Zoom into his leg tattoos for dingus. Nice 10 smoke. Fuck's sake. Nice 10 smoke. What is this? Where's the dingus tattoo? We still can't see it. She needs a drink. Derek's making sure he's telling her stay hydrated right now. Are you the same cameraman from Elden Ring? I hate you, JK. Oh, she's getting her toes out. Okay. Yeah, she's making sure to show the toes, look at the camera, drink the thing, and have an orgasm. Excellent. No, and roll her eyes back in her head and do some stuff. Red Bull and pussy. Oh yeah, they got to like tape up the Red Bull. Amazing. Bro, don't be spitting on it no more. I can't be doing none of this spitting shit. Yeah, I think he fled. I think he fled. We're fairly certain. Still can't see the dinger toe. I'm gonna move down a little bit. Just gonna do. I need to like opaque that more, but it's not noticed. So it's not as noticeable. You can see it like that. That's alright. There you go. Oh no, it pulls it back. Weird. Like, because I was trying to make it bigger and do stuff with it. Back to DSP. Yeah, I think they're done. They've got like quarter of an hour left. We'll just spam Trashman's little thing just to remind them in case Derek is there. In case he's there hiding. We're spamming hard. We're spamming until we get ejected from the room. Spamming hard. Spamming hard. Spamming hard. We're not even waiting for the cum shot. That's... we scared him away. He privated. Either way. Either way, chat. Pretty successful. Boom. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, okay. Everyone kept a lid on it. Everyone kept a lid on it. Pretty good. We either scared him off. Rambo, no, I'm sorry, it's over. There was a rant I wanted to watch. There was a rant I wanted to watch. Let's have a look. Yeah. This is an old rant that Hate Army re-uploaded. This is an old rant that Hate Army uploaded. DSP has a meltdown over feedback on his Elden Ring premiere gameplay. This is him like freaking about the people saying how he played the game and stuff. I wanted to watch this.
How did it go when it came to the actual reaction to the gameplay itself? Man, it was weird. Let me put it that way, because there was a big division among my viewers about the gameplay itself. All right, and I'll tell you why.
And
Some people just roll with it and say, however Phil wants to play is how he plays, and it's good, and it's entertaining, it's fun, good stuff. We support that. But there was a group of people who, man, and this is like, this harkens back to the days when I was a full-time YouTuber, okay? And not to say that I was the most receptive to any kind of criticism or awards, because I wasn't. I was a very obstinate, stubborn, pig-headed.
I did not see his gameplay. But I've been told he was getting spanked by the first boss. I mean, I was getting stuck on the boss earlier. I mean, I weren't like freaking out and saying the game was trash. I was saying the boss was fucking awkward. But we got over it.
Headed, rock-headed,
strokey awards.
Headed individual who felt like I knew better than everyone else, and I didn't want to listen, right? I didn't want to hear your feedback or nothing. I just want to freaking, I just want to play how I want to play, and I'm popular on YouTube. I know better than you. That was my attitude back in the day. Today,
that's still his attitude now.
Bro,
nice eye pick and then checking it, by the way.
Okay.
And wiped both hands.
I just want to freaking.
We had eye pick. Derek is back. What? No. What the fuck? No fucking way. Oh shit. Okay, hold up. Derek, you little pedo, better fucking not. He is back. He is back. He is back. Okay, they've only got 10 minutes left. Blast him out of there. Blast him out of there. Blast him out of there. Look at this little creeper. Derek with a K. Trashman destroying. This Derek guy sounds cringe. Pussycat still asking for the armpits. Is real Big Cat Daddy still there? Derek with a K. Big Cat Daddy don't like us at all. I can't tell if that's the real him or someone pretending to be him. That's how muddied the waters have got. Derek gone quiet, bro. He come out of hiding and we all appeared again. Do you stream video games as well? That guy wants them to 69. He's gone, bro. So I wonder if he was hiding his replies until we disappear. Isn't it weird how he turns them back on because you don't give a fuck about spamming the other freaks in the chat? If that's the case, because he's gone again. So I wonder if he was hiding his replies whilst we were there. Well, I don't know. Because we're getting to him. Because we're winding him up. And he wants to be seen, I guess. And maybe he doesn't want us to know what he's saying, so we can't copy what he's saying and stuff like that. Potentially. Say Derek with a K. You know these whores haven't read chat in like 3 weeks now. He's gone, bro. He's gone. He's long gone. Again, he might come back for the finale. Law of Power's like, come already, bro. Bro, someone said that pussy was tight. The dude got fingers and his dick in there. That's not a tight vagina. I'm just saying. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. She got a cock and a finger inside. Jasper Kitty noticed the same thing. What, saying that... Someone said that DSP said he was, like, hassled on other websites. I don't believe he would be, like, sticking up for Derek or knowing about... Like, Derek probably just said on another website. There's no way he knows what website it is. There's no way he knows people are, like, trolling him on a porn website. If he does and he's still mentioning it, I have no idea what this kid's got on him. I've got no idea what this kid's got on him. Like, at all. People were bullying him. He needs to be fucking bullied, that disgusting little cunt. Beautiful little girls playlist of all picked with all videos of little kids and stuff. Yeah. I think a couple of like nasty words on the internet would be like the least of his worries. That's the least of his worries. I think he's gone. I nearly went to type the song request in there. Here we go. Unfollowed Derek a couple of years on Twitter and claimed it was to protect Derek from detractors. Yeah, it's because his timeline was constant porn and DSP didn't want to keep thinking about it. They're about to do his favourite position, potentially. They've only got 5 minutes left. They're about to do his favourite position. And he's not saying anything. There's Dinger. Where? What one? This? What, this thing? Or did I miss where it was? Like this thing? The inside calf. What, like in there? Like the little one here. One of these little ones here. Oh, yeah. That is. Yeah. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Derek with a K on MySpace, add me. Is that what it is? It's got a little thing above it as well. This position's one of the worst. This position's one of my least favourites. Especially if you like rock hard like this, you've got to bend, or if you've got a big dick, well, either way, you've got to bend all that way. It's one of the worst. You've got to like sit, you've got to like prop yourself up a little bit and hold your like chest tight. That's the best way for this one. Laying back is the worst. Laying back is the worst. Right, here we go. Oh, they're gonna like spit on each other again. He can ask for credit. Derek's done. Derek's done. Derek's long gone. Derek's long gone. What chat are you reading? Both. For PS2. Renton, Washington is a shithole. Trash man just spammed the shit out of it at the end. Get a finger in his bum, Anya. I'm trying to work out what his other tattoos are. The one on his chest's not very good at all. The one on his arms are very dire. The tattoos on his arms are dire, sadly. Milk. Big ups marked. Squeeze his balls. Oh. There we go. Ah. Yeah, at least she's doing it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Lucky and Anya were great. Yeah, there we go. Derek with the K-wire. Well, there it is. He came back briefly then, and then when he must have privated his chat. He must have privated his chat. He must have privated his chat. But well done, lads. Well done, lads and ladies. Successful. He thinks that, I guess he just thought we'd all left and stuff like that. Hang on. Oh. Okay. I need to get a drink. I've got my foods. Do I bring that now? Give me like 2 minutes. Hang on. I'll let this play. I'll let this play, and I'm going to just go and grab a drink whilst this is playing. This is like half an hour. Okay? This fucking thing is like half an hour. So I'm going to let this play whilst I grab a drink.
I just want to play how
I'll be right back.
Play, and, I'm popular on YouTube. I know better than you. That was my attitude back in the day. Today, I'm much more open to suggestion. Okay? So, just to give you a little bit of idea of what happened yesterday. So after the initial character creation, the initial tutorial, and me going out into the open world, literally the first thing you see in the open world is an optional boss. Now, leave it to From Software to be a bunch of trolls and put an incredibly challenging optional boss directly in front of you as you walk out of the starting doors. Now, you guys know me. I look at this thing and I'm like, okay, I want to fight that, right? I want to fight it. I want to see what happens. And I die. And I'm like, wow, he's pretty tough. He hits for giant damage. Your healing right now is incredibly weak. He takes like 2 chugs of the flask. I say it's flask, that's what it is. 2 chugs of the Estus flask to really heal. Yourself fully. And you roll slowly. And your weapons are weak. And this guy has giant range. And I'm like, damn. Like, holy crap. This is
Bang coming.
a situation where I could do one of 2 things. Okay? I can do what I've done in previous FromSoft games. I can apply myself intelligently and diligently and learn this boss's patterns and try to figure out exactly what I need to do to beat this boss.
Apply myself intelligently and diligently. Shame you didn't do that with anything else in the rest of your life.
Okay? Or I can run by it like a
Pussy.
run away, escape, right? Go do other stuff in the game and maybe come back later.
You're not supposed to fight the tree sentinel. Some people do, and some people are good at it. I don't know who started doing it, Rocket Man. Obviously, loads of people. He said it for years. He said it for years. And I don't know if, like, Frogger or Tevin or me, when I was watching these videos, started repeating that. Because I started repeating the alright. I kept noticing the alright. And then I started noticing the and. But I'm not sure who it was. And now everyone picks up on it. And everyone, Anley, Frogger, Tevin, other people, when they're watching him, not every time, but he says it, they go, and. The lip thing was all Tevin. That's his fault. He's the one who noticed that. He's just licking his own lips constantly. And
all right, now
the mouth stuff
apparently,
does.
from what I'm to understand, like 99% of people playing the game just ran by the boss and ignored it. Okay, I said I dare to be different.
Listen to how cringe this guy is.
Right? I dare
Also,
to be someone.
it's not about not fighting the boss at the start of the game. Of course you can fight that guy if you want to. It's not about that. No one really cares. It was the fact that DSP has been building this game up at this point for weeks and months, talking all this shit, spent all this time making his character, and basically just like, for someone that barely plays anything, his streams are already fucking boring as hell. And he just ate shit for an hour or whatever, nearly the whole stream. I remember the restream. That's all he was doing. And then the restream the next day. The Tevin restream the next day was called I Just Got the Horse. The whole thing in the name of the stream was the fact that he'd just got onto the horse bit or whatever. He was behind him, he'd been fighting that boss or whatever. It's cringe. Oh, sniffing.
Who's going to do something differently? All right, I want to take this guy on. I want to fight him head on. I want to say, I feel I've played enough of these games.
And it had nothing, by the way. And all this shit that he's waffling right now. No, he's just obstinate. And when a boss beats him, he wants to get it back because he's ego.
That if I apply myself here, I can beat this guy. So, I fought the guy for about half an hour, and I was getting better and better at fighting him. And essentially, I was going to go on my break. And apparently, the audience opinion was split. Right? Some people were just happy seeing me play the game and said, keep doing it. You're doing better. You're actually getting better at this boss fight. Keep going. Others were like, okay, we get it. You're getting better at it. You'll likely beat it, but it would be cool maybe if you went forward a little further, because now you've been doing this for like a half an hour. We'd like to see more of the game on day one. But, you know, we're not going to be jerks about it. If you want to keep fighting the boss, keep
People were saying these exact things. People were saying these exact things.
fighting the boss. Hopefully you beat him soon, and then we can see more of the game. And then, there was a group of people who were so obnoxious. Phil, why are you fighting the boss, Phil? Why aren't you going out and playing the game, Phil? Phil, you're not supposed to fight that boss, Phil. Phil, why aren't you playing Elden Ring like we want you to, Phil? Phil, we want to see the rest of the game. Phil. And I mean, it's one thing. Okay, I hear your opinion. I get it. You want to see more of the game. It's launch day. I understand.
It was highly entertaining to watch you ram your head against the wall for the premiere.
I'm going to take on that challenge. And the thing is, if I had been fighting this boss and I wasn't getting any better at it, let's say I was literally just dying.
I wonder how long he did fight it for.
Dying, making absolutely no progress at all.
He's banned.
Okay, that would have been one thing, and you would have maybe had a point.
Someone got banned.
Okay. But the thing is, I was getting better. I was getting closer.
There's
and closer
the Why
to
Am I
these guys,
Toxic
learning
email.
his
I think we
patterns,
got that
right?
on 7
I actually
TV.
found out when you get them down to 50%.
I think we got that on
now
7
he uses
TV.
new attacks.
Frank, I
He
see
stopped
you.
doing some of the older ones, so you got to adapt your fighting style to his new attacks and stuff.
I wonder how long he did fight it for.
I was actually having a really good time with this guy.
Is that
Even though
it,
he was kicking
Frank?
my butt, and it was fun to watch me get my ass handed to me a bunch of times.
Yeah,
I
let's
was level
go.
1. I was level 1 with starter stats, trying to fight a boss that people are saying arguably is supposed to be a mid-level boss, like level 25 to 30. You'd be expected to go back and fight that guy, okay? Or get the mount and now use the mount to your advantage.
mount.
Using the mount while you're fighting the guy. Okay.
Again, it ain't even the point. Other people are entertaining. Other people are entertaining, whether they're fighting one boss or they're going off exploring, because it's the creator that's entertaining, not the whole thing hinges on exactly what they're doing in the game. That's like the best thing about this, like how he's coming at it.
So, I said, I'm going to keep doing it. So I went to break. I came back. And people are still bitching about this. 20 minutes later. Oh, my God. He's still fighting his bun. Jeez. You know, I understand you voice your opinion once, but some people just don't know how to let up. They really are like little 5-year-olds tugging at your dad's pant leg. Dad, I want ice cream, Dad. No, Dad, I ice cream. I want ice cream. Shut the fuck up, man. Don't you understand that, like, you can voice your opinion? I get it.
Nice.
But I'm going to make a decision for what I want to do on my stream. And if you don't like it, I understand. You can say, okay, I don't like that. But just sit there and be so obnoxious constantly. Like, jeez, man. Fucking wake up.
Ugh. At least my nose ain't as blocked as earlier.
So what happened? I did it for about another 15, 20 minutes, tops. And I beat him. I'm like, yes! I did it. I beat him. And everyone was rejoicing on the stream. Like, holy shit, Phil beat this guy. And most people have skipped him.
Devin beat him
really
too.
Good people who are pretty good at Dark Souls.
I haven't beat
really
him just walking out into Limgrave.
I've
I've never fought that guy and beat him right at the start. Fuck that.
It took a while, but I learned everything. I beat him. It was exciting. It was fun. I got a boss weapon.
It was
It's basically a boss
exciting.
weapon he drops. And can't use it yet. It's going to take forever to use it. But man, I'm excited for when I can finally use it. It was really fun.
I'm excited for when I can jump RT it the half the way through the game.
Game accomplishment for a special playthrough, right? That's going to be a moment that's going to stand out from other people's playthroughs. That DSP toughed it out and fought this early game boss and beat him.
Everyone's going to be talking about this in years to come. Everyone's going to be talking about the legendary fight between DSP and the Tree Sentinel.
It was easy mode, right? That's cool. That's
cool.
One of the cool things about being a content creator like me. I can look for moments that maybe I can create a unique experience. Sometimes it's completely inadvertent if there's a game bug or a silly situation or a fail. But sometimes I can actually pull off something impressive. And I felt that was one of them, right? That was fun. And then after that, we did a lot of exploration. In fact, we did an optional dungeon. We fought some enemies. We went to other places. Now, on the second stream, okay, on the second stream, I go to the lake. Oh my God, there's a giant dragon. Holy shit.
Oh, you fought the dragon for ages too, right?
So I'm like, now this dragon, there's no way you can beat this thing on foot. You can do some damage on foot. But as soon as the dragon tries to fly away or blow fire, you're pretty boned, okay? I will tell you, I'll be honest with you, that dragon felt like Dark Eater Midir to me. Now, for those of you who've played Dark Souls 3, boned, okay? I will tell you, I'll be honest with you, that dragon felt like Dark Eater Midir to me. Now,
that dragon on the lake is like a bog standard dragon. He's got the tail whip, he can breathe fire, he'll fly up and breathe the big area fire, and he'll smash you with his claws. He's a bog standard dragon, even by Elven Ring standards. Midir is like the hardest dragon in Dark Souls 3. And he's got like mad laser attacks that can one-shot you. And stupid AoEs. And he's got an insane amount of health. It's nothing like the first dragon on the lake in Limgrave. Like nothing like it at all.
for those of you who've played Dark Souls 3...
For those of you who've played Dark Souls 3, oh yeah, great, this is going to be great. It's nothing like it.
You'll know what that reference means. The final DLC of Dark Souls 3 was called The Ring City.
Oh, we've got to have history segment as well. Now I've got to tell you about the Ring City.
An optional boss. Excuse me.
Did you all get that?
Dragon felt like Dark Eater Midir to me. Now, for those of you...
You ready for this? Are you ready for this?
who've played Dark Souls 3, you'll know what that reference means. The final DLC of Dark Souls 3 was called the Ring City. There was an optional boss. Excuse me.
Just the way he just goes, excuse me, like it's not a big deal at all.
What that reference means. The final DLC of Dark Souls 3 was called the Ring City. There was an optional boss. Excuse me. There was an
Fucking dude, bro. Turn the mic off. Do something. He had so much time to do something. He had so much time to do something. And he forces the burp out. Like this enormous burp. Not even like a small thing. Just enormous, disgusting burp. And he just goes, excuse me.
optional boss in the Ring City.
Yeah, great. Optional boss. Tell me about Medea and how it's as hard as one of the regular fucking dragons in Elden Ring.
That was called Dark Eater Medea. He was a giant dragon that could not fly, but was in
That didn't
pit
matter.
of, like, squalor. Everything was like decaying and falling apart. And he was tough. A lot of people actually said he was one of the most challenging things in Dark Souls. I don't think so. I actually thought if you learned his pattern, he was relatively easy to beat, but a lot of people at the time were having a bunch of trouble with him, okay?
Most people think he's tough shit.
So, I fought Dark Eater Medea.
No, that's Dark Souls 3.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that both the DLCs?
All right. Dark Pyromancer gloves, I think. Dude, that is absolutely insane. She was like, fuck. Nice!
This is
Awesome.
Dark Eater Medea.
Oh, that's bullshit. I blocked.
He's tough, bro.
I was blocking.
He's really tough.
Oh, boy.
He shoots with this mad lasers. He's got like this, look,
Now
this
away
huge
from it,
AoE I
nice.
was talking about. He's tough.
Oh, what's this?
He's just
oh,
got a
God,
huge
whoa.
amount of health.
Oh, there's a new attack type.
He's got a huge
Oh,
amount of
thanks
health.
to JJ Man. Wow.
Lasers. The laser thing explodes as well.
Not that good, I had no health.
He thought it was easy, by the way.
Dude, that is absolutely insane. She was like, fuck that. I'm the queen of chug. Blup, 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 blup. Get
And then
the
you got
fuck
Slave
outta
Knight
here,
Gale.
Dude, that is broken to fuck.
Did he fight Slave Knight Gale?
Bye-bye.
Look at how arrogant he is when he beats the boss as well. It's like the boss just worked you 20 times and then you're going to look in the camera and go bye-bye like it weren't no big deal. Like, bro, it's not that bad to say, yeah, fuck, that was hard. It's really not a big deal to say, fuck, that was hard. Bro, where's Slave Knight Gale? Slave Knight Gale's not here. Oh, there's Gale. Why is it in that order?
Huh?
Slave Knight Gale's pretty tough as well.
Look.
He's pretty tough. He's showing the controller right there. Huh? Like he pressed the button, bro.
And I beat him within, I wouldn't say it took too long. It took a good amount of time, but not too long. I learned his pattern. I beat him. People at that time were actually impressed that I was able to beat this boss because a lot of people were having tons of trouble with this boss and couldn't figure it out. It just so happened
People at the time.
strategy to beat this boss. So now here I am, 2022, 6+ years later, and I'm like, what the hell? Let me get this straight. The final secret boss of Dark Souls 3 is basically an early optional boss in Elden Ring.
No.
In the first few hours,
No.
you encounter a boss
No.
that's like Dark Eater Medea plus
No,
plus
it's
plus.
nowhere near that hard. It's nowhere near that hard. Kanishi, how you doing? Yeah, we just crept in there. Derek disappeared, but he was there. And the Hunter of the White Wolf. Yeah, it's pretty hard. There's some tough bosses in it.
Because this boss can actually
The Ring City was pretty tough.
fly and breathe fire.
Yeah.
You want to know the truth?
We had
I
a little
think
looky
FromSoft did
earlier.
that on purpose. I think FromSoft is flexing a little bit. They're like, oh, you thought you were good back then. Well, you better get good now because here's that fucking boss, but the full power boss. Now he...
He's talking so much shit right now. He's talking so much shit right now. You thought you were good then. It's literally a standard dragon. It's literally just a standard dragon in Elden Ring. Versus like the other one, which is so much tougher. He's talking absolute fucking nonsense.
He can fly, he can blow flames.
You still hear me,
He
by the
can
way?
do all this crazy shit
The
that
mic's
he
not-
couldn't do
no,
back
I
in
know
Dark
it's
Souls
alright.
3. This is like the prime Dark
It better
Evil
not be
game.
squeak
You know
mode,
what
I
I'm
swear to
saying?
God.
In fact, I wouldn't have been shocked if they said, if this really was Dark Souls 4, oh, this is Dark Souls 4, but it's set thousands of years before Dark Souls 3, and this Dark Eater Madeira in his young years is a tough dragon before he was all fucked up, and now you gotta fight him. That's what it felt like for me. I was like, damn, this is pretty cool. But you get a horse. So now the whole fight's different because you're on the horse, you see? So,
This is horrendous.
I loved this boss fight. It took a while to learn what I was doing or whatever. I would say it probably took, out of last night's stream, it was a 2-hour stream. It probably took me like 30, 40 minutes, no lie, to beat this dragon boss, okay? I loved it. And again, people were rejoicing. When I beat it, it was like this feeling of accomplishment. It actually even said greater foe felled or something like that. It's like, wow. So that means it genuinely was actually supposed to be like a tough fight in the game compared to other boss fights. And I beat it. I'm like, damn, I'll be honest. I thought that was harder than Dark Madeira, even though the pattern was easy to figure out. The boss had a couple attacks that were very hard to avoid and could literally wipe you in the early game. If you don't have enough health, you're going to die to the fire. So it was kind of challenging.
Okay, he starts fighting Tree Sentinel, 129.
Yes, this is cool. But again,
He got
exactly
slammed by
what
the
happened
Tree
earlier in
Sentinel.
the day with the Tree Sentinel. It was the same reaction to people
126.
watching. Some people were rejoicing and happy that I had taken my time to do it. Another unique moment that was stand out in
126.
DSP's playthrough.
No.
Others were like,
123.
Feels 5 hours in. He's
123.
area. Well, so
That- the
and so
videos are how
is
long?
5-6 hours in, and they're like 2 areas ahead of Phil. And
blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, I really am. I'm thinking to myself in my head.
No, he was fighting it for over an hour. He was like, oh, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes.
Oh.
He was fighting it for over an
Number
hour.
one, all right, you can please some of the people.
Did he
some
beat
of the
it yet?
time.
He must
You
have just
can't please
beat it
everyone,
there.
right? There's always
Yeah, he
gonna
must
be
have just
someone who's
beat it.
upset with how you're doing something.
Yeah,
And the other
49.
the other saying that came to mind, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Because here's the deal. If I had skipped those early game bosses, you would have...
Yeah, he was fighting it for like an hour, maybe an hour and 10.
Phil's a jerk.
That's-
Phil sucks.
this must be where he
Ruby
beats it.
sucks. He has bosses in front of him and he skips them.
Oh
Everyone
my
else is a
gosh.
man and can stand up to those bosses. But look at Darkside Phil.
Yeah, I remember it from
Runs
then. And
away,
again, I remember the second
fight
one
another day,
that
and
I
basically
just
doesn't
got
care
the
about
whole
challenges
stream.
in front of him.
But
Right?
where's his
What's the point
next
of playing
one?
games
Where's
in
the
front of him?
dragon?
That's literally what would have been said if I had skipped these bosses.
Now, this is
okay?
the dragon.
But I fight him, and now I get the opposite. Oh, we didn't get to see enough of the game.
How long does he
And
fight the
what
dragon
really
for,
blows
then?
my mind. Back in the day, 10 years ago, before I was
42
an
to
interactive
an
live
hour.
streamer, before I was very different, and now today I'm a much different person and content creator than I used to be. Back in the day, my shtick on YouTube was
thus.
Was
Darkside
thus?
Phil is the guy who goes out and buys a game on
Did he
release day,
beat the dragon?
plays it as soon as possible, puts out a ridiculous amount of content for that game on release day.
Did he
and
come back to the
basically
dragon?
Rushes through the game and tries to beat it as soon as possible so he can have a complete playthrough on YouTube, be one of the first to do so, and then move on to
Oh yeah, look, he comes back
Some people liked that.
fighting the
Some
dragon a
people
bunch.
hated that and thought, man,
Bro, it really is
Darkside
just a
Phil is
standard
the biggest
dragon.
rusher, and he doesn't really give these games
You do a tail whip.
their fair
Easy.
shake.
That's so
He
easy
doesn't
to
really
avoid
give it
that.
enough time.
If you just stay near the leg, you don't even
And
have
man,
to
it's
dodge or
ridiculous
jump.
because
When
you
it goes
watch
to do
Darkside
that, you
Phil
just
play
stay
through,
near the leg
you
and the
could
dragon just
literally
revolves
miss
around you. It's so fucking
right?
easy.
Half of the game.
It is so
Because
easy. When
he
it does
skips all
that,
the
you just
side
got to
content
zoom
and just
away.
rushes through to try to finish the game.
Like,
This
it's
was
so
a
fucking
major,
easy.
Major
Even though he's
criticism
low
of my
level, like,
content
he's
back
way
in the
too
day.
low level to be
That
fighting.
PSP
Look at his
gaming
damage output.
Playthroughs are not valid playthroughs. They're not quality playthroughs. He's a rusher.
like,
who
it's
just tries
not
to make
hard
money on
dragon
ad
to
revenue
fight.
and views. He doesn't
Just
care
zoom
about the
away when it
quality
does
of the
that,
gameplay
he might
puts
get
out.
fucked up.
This is
Yeah.
actually why people said back in the day, Phil doesn't deserve success.
It's
Phil
not that
doesn't
hard.
deserve any kind of support or anything because his content is bunk. His content is junk. He's just in it for the money.
No,
That's what
it's
people
loads of
said 10
attacks that
years ago,
dragon doesn't have.
right? So here I am. Much later, I've completely changed my way that I go about things. I'm playing this game and I'm really enjoying it. I'm like, man, I want to take on these boss challenges. This is fun to me, right? And now I get the opposite. Oh, you didn't do enough today. You should have, in 5 hours, man, you should have been in 2-3 major story bosses, and you should have been in new areas. And I'm like,
I bet no one said that.
what? Why? Why?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll play it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Rush. What is the rush? Is there a time limit?
I've
on
beat
how
it a
long
bunch
I
of
have to play this
times.
game? Does this game self-destruct in 3 days? Like Inspector Gadget or something? You know what I mean?
Fucking
Like,
cold, man.
don't I have as much time as I want to play it? Right? And the other
All right,
thing is,
Mr. Rush to
the
get
more
games
time
finished and everything else.
that I spend playing this game, more people will be ahead of me in it, and then they'll be able to come watch the streams and not get spoiled because they're already ahead of me. You see what I'm saying? So if
He really thinks all these people are playing the games and not watching him play it because they're not ahead of him.
I really take my time today, another 5 hours of Elden Ring today.
Elden
I
Ring.
take my time exploring all of the initial area.
Ban
I
coming.
find a bunch more optional stuff, more optional dungeons, more bosses. I got to figure out what to do with this dragon heart. I don't have a clue what that is. Let's say I take my time, figure all this out. All right? Maybe even after 10 hours, I'm still in the first area. Does that mean my playthrough sucks? Or does it mean I'm actually enjoying myself and taking my time to show you all the content of the game, which is what people told me I needed to do back in the day?
People
So
told
now
him
I
this.
improve, and now people say, no, you didn't improve. This is bad. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like no matter what I do, people tell me what I'm
No matter what I do.
and that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is. That's absolutely positively
The
ridiculous.
dragons aren't
What
that
it is
bad.
is
Some of them are tough.
This is what people do to me over the years.
One of the
They love
the end dragon thing, the secret dragon, whatever he's called, he's a bit tricky. And the one you fight where Godwin the Golden is at the bottom like of the tree, he's pretty tricky because you can't have the horse, and he's always casting those like lightning things. He's quite, what's he called? Parthen? No, that's Skyrim. Fortisax, because you get his lightning spell, but he's pretty tough.
lie, and they over-exaggerate to try to make me look bad, and then they try to use that to make a point that's false. They create a falsified narrative around me.
Falsified
And then
narrative.
they make that truthful by literally repeating the lie over and over. For example, I'm not even exaggerating. Right this moment as I'm talking about it, I just received a tip that's completely false. Are you ready?
Oh, here we go.
Josh tipped me $4.20. Thank you.
Yeah,
for
the
tip,
lightning's
Josh. Listen to what
constant,
he
like-
says. People got bored because 4 hours of your first 2 streams were 2 optional bosses. Okay, let's think about this for a second. I played the game for 5 hours yesterday.
Oh,
The
God.
initial 30 minutes was character creation. Then I did the
Well, no, it's
tutorial.
about 2 hours.
Then I stepped out into the open world and I started fighting the tree sentinel. That lasted about 20 minutes. Then I went on a break. Then I came back for about another 15, 20 minutes and I beat the tree
No, it was over an hour. We looked, but it was over an hour. But all right.
sentinel. So let's even stretch that out and say that was 45 minutes. Okay? Then I continued.
I love
to
how
play
he
the
has
game for the rest of
meltdowns
my-
about this and addresses this sort of shit for like 35 fucking minutes. Because someone said you were too slow or whatever. Just fucking deal with it. Just tell him to shut the fuck up and get on with
stream,
it.
It was all open
Like,
world
bro,
exploration.
come
There was
on
another
now.
optional dungeon, another boss fight. On the second stream, I took on a bunch of enemies at this tower. I went through the arches. I fought this mini boss. I was exploring. Then
You
I
fought
went to the
mini
lake.
bosses?
Oh, there's the dragon. I fought the dragon for about, I'll say, a half an hour of the stream. After the dragon was defeated, I spent another half an hour to 45 minutes in an optional mine dungeon. where I was
Mine
running
dungeon?
through, fighting these minor enemies, and then there was another boss fight that I did. So if you actually add up, let's do the math. Let's even say 45 minutes and 45 minutes, which is actually longer than it was, I know for a fact. But let's
He
just
knows
say
for a
that's what it was.
fact.
An hour and a half
We just looked at the receipts.
Out of the 5 hours that I played on launch day was bosses. 2 bosses, okay? And listen to what Josh just said.
Bro, why are you
4
latching
hours-
on to this one geezer?
Of your first 2 streams are 2 optional bosses. And here's the problem. People say dumb, incorrect shit like that. And then they spread it as fact on the internet because they are this crowd, this what is the word for it? The mob mentality. If we say something that's wrong enough people will believe it. If we say that vaccines for COVID do a bunch of crazy, insane side effects that they don't do, enough people will be dumb enough to believe it, right?
Why did he even say that? Why, whatever you think about them vaccines, why even say that? Why even liken your Elven Ring stream to vaccine hesitancy over COVID vaccine side effects? What on earth? Spanky Joe. Yeah, what has it got to do with Elden Ring?
And this is what happens with me
Elven
all the
Ring?
fucking time. People just make shit up that's not
Bro,
true.
I might put another
if you
rant
were
on after
really
this whilst
looking
I
for me
play
to check out
Elden
as
Ring.
much of the game as possible in the initial stream, I will 100% admit to you, yeah, it might have been a little
Here we
annoying
go.
when I got stuck on those 2 bosses. But in general, if you watch the 5 hours of gameplay I did yesterday, there was a ton of variety. There was the character creation, the tutorial, the Tree Sentinel boss, the first initial
Ton of variety.
dungeon, then the initial cat boss, more exploration, checking out, unlocking the horse, riding the horse around, fighting a bunch of...
LTG
going
says
to the
vaccine
park,
gives
fighting
you
the mini
powers.
boss, going down to the lake, fighting the giant dragon, clearing out the lake, going to the optional miners
LTG
dungeon, clearing
pisses
that
in a
dungeon,
bottle,
fighting
dude. What the
another
fuck?
boss, and then the conclusion of the streams. Just think about what I just mentioned.
It's very
how much that
strange
was.
to me.
That's a ton of shit. How can you say that 4/5 of what 80% of what I did was the 2 bosses?
Wrong.
This is still him on that.
You're wrong.
And for you to say shit like that is hurtful. You have to understand that. When you literally make shit up, and you
How's it
over-exaggerate
hurtful?
to put out a false narrative about me,
It hurts me.
because now people say, well, even though DSP had the best viewed stream ever and the highest engagement, oh, it sucked because he just fought 2 bosses all day.
Wrong.
But what if it did suck because he spent a bunch of time fighting those bosses and people were bored because he's boring? And for him, Bailey, the only thing holding it together is a little bit of progress in the game and whatever else.
You're a liar.
To be fair, people would have loved watching him rage and die to the
Stop
bosses.
fucking lying. Seriously. Cut the shit.
Act like you fucking have a piece of maturity in your brain and stop acting like an asshole. What did I do to you? Right?
We
I put
should
out
have
200
Grinch
videos
mode. It's on
yesterday.
7
The
TV,
vast
right?
majority of people like it. What's the narrative of the negative people on the internet? Phil only fought 2 bosses. What a boring...
Yeah, look.
Fuck off. That's not what happened.
And I'm tired of people...
Oh,
lying.
channel emote?
I
No,
really
no,
am.
it's like...
At this point, it's not...
It's
not
7
even
TV
like,
or something, or
raspy.
BTTV,
We're
whatever.
literally
It's out
creating
there.
A defamatory
Bro, look at the
atmosphere
nice
on the
new
internet about
paint.
website films.
Look,
It's not true.
raspberry.
Why do people...
And I got a
think of
new
me in
fucking
negative
badge.
light as
Look,
lol
a year and a
cow
half. It's
shit?
all purple and
This is
cool
the
and
shit
shit.
people make up
Let's
about
go.
me. Not
Let's
because
go.
of the
Simple
truthful shit.
things.
The truthful shit
Shiny
is
stuff.
embarrassing for sure. There's been some really big foibles and dumb shit that I've said and done over the years. I'm not going to say that didn't happen. I've been here for over 13 years.
It should show on the overlay
Obviously,
as well.
I'm going to do
Yeah, there you go.
dumb ass shit.
There you go. It's
okay?
above me there.
That's admittedly, yes, that's true. That's the case. I've definitely made mistakes. I'm not perfect. I know I've made very boneheaded things in the past that have happened to me. Okay? I'm an idiot. There you go. But at least make fun of me for the shit that actually happens. Stop lying about the shit that's not actually happening. I'm tired.
Look at
of
this
people
person. 2
lying.
hour
I
pre-stream,
really am.
hour in character creation,
If I'm
hour
having
fighting
a
one
fun
boss,
stream, everyone's
hour
engaged,
fighting another boss
challenged,
was the majority
taking
of
on
the
the
day
challenges, I'm trying
stream.
to overcome them. Why are
But there you go.
complaining?
They even put it on the
If
screen.
you don't like that, leave.
Why don't people like this guy again? Isn't it everyone making it up that he's like a dickhead and just asks for money and treats people like shit? And gets so weird about everything. He's so weird and non-chill about everything. Weird, paranoid, and non-fucking chill about everything.
There's 40,000 other people playing this game on the fucking
Yeah, go
internet.
watch someone
You
else.
Go bother. You don't have to sit here and rain on everyone else's parade because you're miserable, right? Because ultimately that's what it is. You had some kind of a weird preconceived notion of how this game should be played. And now because I'm not doing it, you think it's not good enough, all right? That's why there's something called choice. If you don't like it,
Leave.
you don't have to sit here and suffer through what you don't enjoy. I was having a good time. In general, the viewers were having a good time.
In general,
Or else there wouldn't have been the engagement there was, right? There wouldn't have been the support and engagement that there was on the streams. So
people wouldn't have given me as much
I'm sorry
money.
that I can't please everyone. Really, I am. I wish that I was someone who could literally please everyone.
Little
on the
late.
planet, okay?
They wouldn't have
But
given him as much
I
money.
can't. If you're just going to sit here and crap
Yeah.
on the stream,
50, 20,
You
30,
don't
40,
need to waste
50
your
different
life
tabs on
with
50
this
different
shit.
porn sites.
No one
Oh,
cares. I
God.
mean this now. No one cares.
I said one of his mates
Really.
with his fucking
All you're doing is
plugged in
annoying
constant things
everyone
around
here
him.
who's having a good time. And
Jesus.
the entitlement, the incredible amount of entitlement out of these people who say dumb shit like this is just off the charts. Because like I said, the fact of the matter is, these people would have said they complained about it if I'd done the opposite. If I had skipped those bosses, they would have just said that I was a wimp and I was cowardly. You know what I mean? That's what they're here for. So please understand that. And again, Josh, you got to understand something. I appreciate the tip, but you literally in the tip lied. You said I spent
thanks
4
for your
out of
money,
5
but
hours yesterday
you're an
fighting
idiot.
2 bosses. There's no way on this planet you could actually prove that because it's false. But that's the narrative you have in your head because you probably listen to all the negativity instead of actually watching the content.
Thank you for hanging out, Vinny Kills, and for the follow, bro. Take it easy.
And
That's the
actually
narrative this guy had in his head. Tipped him money as well, by the way, to tell
doing
him.
what I do here on stream. This is the
Guy could literally just have been a fan. And every time he clicked in and out of the stream, DSP was fighting one or the other boss, or it was taking ages, and Geezer was like, really? He's been doing this all day? That's as deep as it needs to be. Oh, fuck. That's as deep as it needs to be.
please support the streams. You know, right now, I'm playing Elden Ring a 3rd day in a row. I'll play. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, yeah, my first streams really sucked because I fought 2 bosses that were tough. Wrong. You're a liar. And if you don't like it, fine. Don't come back. We don't need people sitting here to crap on shit constantly. We don't. We need people who are positive and are here to have good times. That's what the whole point of sharing gameplay on the internet is supposed to be. We're having a good time with games together. We're doing a shared experience. We're having a social experience. Like
You're
I said,
giving me
having
money.
interaction with you guys yesterday when I was playing was so good. It made the playthrough so much better. But then when you get these people who got to come in with their cult of bullshit, their cult of hate, and they got to cultivate this negativity and this toxic nonsense.
Cult of hate.
No, it's not going to happen anymore. I'm not putting up with this shit. I'm tired of swallowing my pride when I'm having fun. We're all having a great stream, and these people still have to spin it like something bad happened when it didn't. It literally didn't happen. You're full of shit.
Thanks for the money, but you're full of shit.
Okay. So, please understand, I'm trying to have a good time here. That's the point
Thanks
of
for
my
the
stream.
money, but you're
If
full
you're
of
gonna sit here
shit, and
crap,
I'm going to rant
you're gonna
about
find
this for
yourself
like
out of this place, crap
30 minutes.
Go to the circles where they circle jerk each other all over the internet lying about me. You know,
Trolls.
like I said, it was funny because yesterday I said, you know, there's 1,000 people on stream, but technically, I probably have about 3,000 viewers because there's probably thousands of idiots sitting on the toxic streams that are restreaming this right now. And those are my viewers too. 'Cause if I was
Those are
streaming,
my
they wouldn't have
viewers
any fucking viewers.
too.
So that's all my streamers, right? It's all the attention. The problem is there's
Those are my viewers too. I mean, it depends what sort of viewers you want. You know? It depends what sort of viewers you want and what sort of attention you want, really. And it's not like those other streamers play games or do anything else. Yeah, Trolls lost. It's all his views. It's all because he's so popular. What a skewed way to look at it.
cults. And they need to cut this shit out, man. Just come to the stream and genuinely try to enjoy it. Don't come here and be a jerk, right? It's not a way to go through life. It's just not. It's a sick way to go through life thinking that way, all right? Today I'm going to have a lot of fun
You're sick now. If you go there and troll and say, you took ages fighting the boss, you're sick.
with this game. I am. I know I am. We're going to have a full day of Elden Ring today. Now,
A full day of Elden Ring.
tomorrow's up in the air, guys. I'm curious to see what happens today with Elden Ring, okay? So, if Elden Ring goes well today, if we get good viewership, if we get good engagement, if we get good support, if everything goes well like it did yesterday, I'm not
If we
opposed
get good
to playing
support.
Elden Ring a third day in a row. I'll play it a third day if that's what you guys really want. Now, understand I'm a variety streamer. This is the exception to the rule. Starting next week when I come back from break,
Bro,
I
listen to
absolutely
this.
have to start playing other games.
Listen to this. I'm a variety streamer, but if you give me the money, I'll fucking ride Elden Ring hard for 3 days and like cream the most money and views out of the day one shit. Not because I love the game and I want to beat it. If we get good support, if we get good engagement. Come on, son.
Okay, I can't just play this game endlessly. People will get upset that I'm not continuing on with my other playthroughs. I hear
yeah.
like Horizon, I got to interesting points in the game. There's big story elements coming up. I want to play more of it. I do. I know it's only for
How does he
couple hundred
know?
people on stream, but at the same time, I'm enjoying it. I'm not going to drop that playthrough just because Elden Ring came out. All right. So starting this,
Someone
week
come in the
coming up,
chat and drop $150
I'm gonna
in one go and say,
balance
play this tomorrow.
Elden Ring.
Elden
with
Ring,
Horizon.
yeah?
It's just going to happen. And I know some people are going to complain, but that's how it is. I'm a variety streamer. I'm going to do stuff for variety purposes and balance and go back and forth. Okay. But I'm open to playing this 3 days in a row if that's what you want. If not, that's okay too. Tomorrow.
Bro. Do you see that?
I'm going to do stuff for variety purposes and balance and go back and forth. Okay. But I'm open to playing this.
What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? What's wrong with him, man?
3 days in a row if that's what you want. If not, that's okay.
What's
too.
wrong with him?
We can do Horizon. We can do Skyrim.
What the
we can do other
fuck's
stuff.
wrong with
Okay?
him? Bro, he's still...
All right, dead skin on my lip.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god.
In general, I'm looking for your feedback today. Do you want
Feedback.
to see more Elden Ring tomorrow, or after the end of today, are you Elden Ringed out? You don't
More
want a day
Elden
away,
Ring.
you want a break, and then we can maybe come back to it on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Let me know. I'm looking for your feedback today for sure.
How
on
about
that.
wait
I
until
gotta
you
determine
BRB or
exactly
whatever?
What it is that I want to do come Sunday. Okay. But what I will say
How
is
about
that
that chew the
please
fuck out your own
support
face
the
if you're that
streams.
fucking
You know,
like,
right now,
anxious
this
or
is
nervous
a
or
great
something.
opportunity for growth. This is a great opportunity for engagement.
I don't know.
And also, you know, support. Right now, this could be
Great
a great
opportunity
week.
for
February,
support.
By the way, February is a short month.
Elden Ring's
48
hot.
Days, typically a month
Make
is
the
13
money.
Days. There's less days this month.
Day
it's
one,
actually
inflated
a
views.
shorter month for me to have a little bit of a boost over the next couple of days of support on the streams would be great.
Some
to have me have a
support.
strong end of the month and not be like, oh great, now when I get paid next month, everything's slow. You know what I mean? It would help. So thank you in advance to anyone.
Still doing the hard. He's still doing the hard beg. Some support would be great. He got more members then than he got now, and probably hit the 400 goal.
Who's thinking of contributing in any way and supporting the Elden Ring streams the next couple of days. And again, it's the last chance to hit the members' goal.
Oh my god, bro, he's pointing different. Look,
Right? Look how close we are.
wow.
But you notice it's not moving, right? So I hope, knowing that now we're down to the nitty-gritty, we're down to the end of the month, we could get some more people to convince them to be members and jump in and have this goal happen, all right? I would like nothing more than to do a viewer's choice playthrough for you guys.
Yeah, he wants nothing more.
Let's do some shout. By the way, Josh just tipped again and apologized. And Josh, can I say something? I actually...
Your
appreciate
chin
that.
doesn't grow hair
I do.
anymore.
I appreciate that you apologized for exaggerating and lying.
Bro, this
Because
geezer, what?
99% of the people who do talk shit about me and exaggerate and lie don't ever apologize.
Really?
They just act like it's fact. And that's why so many people on the internet hate me. Bottom line, that's why so many people on the internet don't like Dark Side Phil or think that I'm a running joke, because people lie and believe the lies.
Oh
so I
my
appreciate that.
God.
I'll read the full message in a minute, but I just wanted to let you know immediately when I saw that you said you apologized that I really do appreciate that.
He
That was
really
nice of you
appreciates it.
to do that. Okay. All right. So the first tip of the day was from Josh.
We're gonna...
Literally over-exaggerated. For the sake of being transparent,
For the sake of being transparent.
I know
Oh, yeah.
exactly what he said.
There's P's like peak
He tipped me
transparency.
$4.20, and here's what Josh said. He said the following. Phil, people get bored because the 4 hours of your first two streams were two optional bosses. We already talked
He's going
about
back
that.
over this.
It's fine to get fun. You're playing games for an audience, not just yourself. No one's saying to rush, but they wanted to see more of the game. Okay, I understand that.
Right.
I get that. And they say, okay, Phil, you know, I wish you would...
Oh, my God. Bro, what's wrong with this guy? Shosho, thank you for the prime sub, bro. How you doing? Bro, what the fuck? Did you see that? For a start, he kind of lied about what the guy said, because the guy actually said something semi-reasonable. He was like, no one's saying you don't have to, like, do the boss or whatever, but they just wanted to see more of the game. And then he still...
You're playing games for an audience, not just yourself. No one's saying to rush, but they wanted to see more of the game. Okay, I understand that. I get that.
Quick what?
I say, okay, Phil, you know, I wish you would stop fighting.
Oh, bro, what the fuck?
There were people literally sitting here crapping all over the stream. This stream sucks. He won't fucking play the game. He meh. As
Oh
if
my
the point of a
God.
challenging boss isn't to beat it. Like, what is it for? To stare at it? To take pictures of it and watch it later and fucking wave goodbye as you skip it? You're supposed to fight it, right? Like, I really don't understand this mentality.
Yeah, you're supposed to fight it, bro.
Again, you can't please everyone all the time.
What's wrong with
If I
him,
skip
man?
everything, people will complain. If I fight everything, I guess people will complain. So I think
What
you see
the
the
fuck
running
is
pattern
wrong with
here.
him?
People complain, and there's nothing I can really do about it, right? Okay.
He's
But
still
again,
going.
I feel the reason
He's still going, by
that
the way.
it becomes an issue is because people lie and exaggerate. It wasn't, oh, Phil's been
He's
on this
still
boss for a while.
wiping
Phil's been on this
his
boss for
fucking
4 hours
lip,
out
bro.
of his 5 hours of streaming today. Complete lies, okay? Anso Kamaru tipped me $1.50 and says,
We're
I'm
gonna
5 hours
do
in
the
Elden Ring.
chat
I didn't reach the castle yet. I have no idea why people wait years and years for a game only to blitz through it in 4 days.
gonna do
Again,
it
you're
like
right.
this.
And especially a game like this, where there really isn't story. Let's be honest here. How are you going to get the story of Elden Ring? You're
The
gonna fucking
story of
read
Elden
shit,
Ring?
right? This isn't Horizon Forbidden West, where there's a really interesting, robust story going on. This is a game where literally it's
alright, that's fair enough.
99% gameplay. So why wouldn't you focus on the gameplay and playing it? Why
Where's
would
the
you skip
big
it?
rant from today? There's an... Hey, Army's an hour
All right,
long.
so Josh did a second $4.20 tip and apologize. I really appreciate that. So let's
All
read
right,
what
let's
Josh
do
has
this.
to say. And I'm not going to make fun of him this time. I'm just going to take what he says matter-of-factually and answer legitimately. Okay? He says, I admit I exaggerated. I apologize. My point is a lot of people were telling you they're bored and they want to see some of the game and they got ignored and mocked for it. They didn't even want you to barrel through the story, just do other stuff. Well, again, there's no story. I tell you, there is none. It's just a bunch of gameplay. But again, my point here
He's still going with this guy.
if a game is solely gameplay, which this game is, okay, besides reading descriptions of items, essentially, and like 2 cutscenes that are going to be in this game, then you should focus on the gameplay that's put in front of you. I spent time on 2 bosses does not mean that I wasn't going to spend significant time on the rest of the game. I
Right.
don't understand what I've been about. You know what I mean? Like,
I've heard
that's
enough.
my take on it. You have the right to disagree.
I've heard enough.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah,
But we'll have this.
Money, yeah, yeah.
We'll have this, though.
Oh, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory.
Definitely.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money,
Wolong is trying to beat Dark Souls. Yeah, we could play some Wolong instead. I wasn't sure if I was going to play Wolong or Elden. I've got to fight the boss on Wolong. I'm not going to be paying attention as much. On this, I can pay more attention. If I'm playing Wolong, I won't pay as much attention.
these contributions are mandatory.
Do you know what? I'll give it a couple of tries. Whatever. fucking dude.
Free.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Right. Right.
Hate Army General saying hate Army shit. Hate Army. If your name is Hate Army, there is no Hate Army. Does not exist. Good vibes to the Hate Army.
No.
Now it is time
Let's try to boss a
to
little bit.
talk basically about something that has come together out of nowhere. It never really.
I should really go back and see
allow
if
me
there's
to
flags I could get as well. I've definitely missed some.
start from the beginning. Many years ago, before I was ever a YouTuber, when I was getting into internet culture in the late 2000s, and I was starting to become a gamer again, because remember, I told you guys that I was mostly into competitive Street Fighter, and then around 2007, I stopped being a
Don't know whether I
competitive
should
Street
be
Fighter
going
player,
again.
and I wanted to get back into mainstream
Oh.
gaming. So I started playing console games again, and I started immersing myself with gaming culture on the internet.
That really hurts when
You
I
know,
do that as
the
well.
Angry Video Game Nerd was all the rage at the time, and he was partnered with a group of guys called Screw Attack. You know about Screw Attack if you watched my Pro
Ah,
Jared
fuck.
documentary, because they were a big part of it.
No, we're gonna kill
that
the little
whole
dudes.
early years of Pro Jared, he was part of that. Okay.
I'm not sure how
So
far
back
I am,
then,
like in
they were
terms
a
of
major gaming site on the internet.
parts of the
And
game.
I hung out with the guys from Screw Attack. I actually went to MagFest 2007. before I was
Magfest,
ever a
oh yeah.
YouTuber. And I hung out
And-
with these guys the whole time, and
And
you know, played games with them,
Played games with them.
skits
Yeah.
with them. I actually was on a rock band.
he's using lightning. I can't remember
panel
what
as a
counteracts
judge
lightning.
for
The earth, I
people
think.
doing rock band
The earth.
performances,
Earth spells.
along with one of the main guys of the Screw Attack.
Should really be
business called
using that as
Stuttering
well.
Craig. We were both judges on the same panel. And I joined Team Screw Attack
Yeah.
for a Call of
It's not
Duty Modern
hurting as
Warfare
much.
1 tournament. Yes, the original Modern Warfare 1. And we got second place in the team tournament. Okay, I think it was 4v4. So, I have a history with those guys from way
We've got to take these guys out first.
Fast forward to me being a YouTuber. Now I'm prominent on YouTube from the years of like 2010 to like 2013. I'm known as one of the top gaming YouTubers for a while there.
That's the guy.
And basically in 2013, I was trying
close.
to branch out and attend conventions and things. And one of the ones that I attended was Screw Attack Gaming Convention. Back then, they were doing their own annual convention held in Texas.
Get in, bro.
There was basically open registration if you wanted to try to be a guest at the show. And I reached out to the staff there and I was like, hey, I'm interested in being a guest at your show. I'd like to have a table, which I'll pay
Oh,
for.
didn't mean to do that, but
And
whatever.
actually, did I say no? Because I think the guests got a table for free.
the guy.
It's been a decade. I don't remember these announcements. But I want a table in the vendor area because at that point we were working on the Project 7 show and I wanted to kind of shield it a little bit, you know, advertise it there. I wanted to do, you know, a panel for my viewers who were
Do
going to
the rock
attend.
weapons
And
as well,
also,
didn't I?
it was an Iron Man of
I
gaming
haven't seen
tournament
that. That's cool.
that they were going to hold. That I was going to be a participant in. And I was like, man,
Shit,
I know
Rather
I'm
Hill,
pretty good
dickhead.
at video games. You know, being a YouTuber, I'm playing all kinds of games, and I know that I could probably do pretty well at this tournament. Okay, so basically, it was a really cool convention I attended. I met Stuttering Craig again, you know, for the second time. He's like, of course I remember hanging out at MagFest with you. You know, all
Summon
those
more
years ago. Of
dudes.
course, I looked totally different in 2013.
We've got to kill
Now
more
I'm
dudes
a
now.
YouTuber, I'm known, and he's like, all right, yeah, this is awesome having you here, and you know, had some interactions with him. Even I was in the finals of the Iron Man Gaming tournament. I was on stage playing DuckTales, the remake. Remember 10 years ago the DuckTales HD remake? I was on stage playing it. And I got my ass beat because it wasn't about surviving. It was about getting gems, which I didn't know where the hell the gems were in the game, so I lost. But
Nice. It sounds
it was
interesting,
fun.
DSP. A nice
It was
little
fun
aside
thing to
there.
do, and it was really nice. And I've told you guys over the years.
Yeah, they were so nice, these
that-
people. They were so nice to him.
That's Stuttering Craig was one of the guys that, like, over the years, every interaction I ever had with the guy was a nice one. He
Yeah.
seems like the nicest guy, one of the nicest guys I've ever met.
Stuttering
Really cordial,
Craig.
welcoming, you know, didn't care. In 2013, I had haters. I don't know if you guys realize this. In 2013, the This Is How You Don't Play movement had already begun. And the
Oh
fact
my
that he
God,
wanted
the
to be a
haters.
guest, well, I wanted to be a guest, and he accepted me as a guest at his convention. People were like, why are you doing that? Don't you understand? That's Dark Side Phil. He's becoming the joke of the internet. You don't want him. To which he would basically respond, and he'd be like, no, you know, you guys are ridiculous. Like, this guy is someone who's a go-getter. He made his own YouTube channel. You know, that's to be respected. The content, you know, people like it. What's the problem? He didn't get it back then, you know? And then, you know, admittedly, back then, that's when the drama was just kind of starting, you know, 10 years ago, right? So, after that, I mean, I literally have not talked to this guy for about a decade, okay? And then, about a year and a half ago, I got wind that basically he'd been through the ringer. Apparently, he had sold Screw Attack to Full Screen, this company that was a partnership company on YouTube.
Oh my God.
And then basically Screw Attack fell completely apart and was disintegrated. Then he started another company called Game Attack. That was successful for a couple of years, but then he ended up leaving that for various reasons. Then he tried to do his own thing.
Get him, bro.
And started his own channel with podcasts and shows. So basically, after like 15 years of being someone in the game space, he decided that
Yeah, we fucked him, bro. Let's
like
go.
a year and a half ago when he made that announcement, I talked about it on this show, only it wasn't.
We got him,
the show
lads.
At the point. It was different. I think it was still the pre-stream.
Did he just call himself a go-getter?
Like that go,
Jesus.
because this is a guy who's been a mainstay, and I'm sure today he's, you don't think who says what's Screw Attack, right? No one even remembers what it is. But
We got him, lads.
for him to have been in the game space for so long, and basically been so prominent, and now he was kind of retiring from games.
He was
I
kind of
very
tricky, but he has to
sad.
go and kill all the dudes around the
Genuinely very
outside.
sad to see him go. Even though I hadn't followed him for a decade, like, dude, I don't like hearing that news. I want people to stay doing what they love, and it sounded to me really weird. Well, anyway, to make a long story short,
A long
he came
story,
back
yeah,
earlier
thanks.
This year, last year, and started doing full-time gaming stuff again. And I've been following him a little bit. Like, I've been watching some of the stuff he puts out. He's doing a gaming news show. Not a gaming news show, just a general news show for a while and stuff like that. And it was this big announcement. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, guys,
Bro,
as of
sliced
this
him.
point, so me recording, this is the 50-minute mark. All right. Timestamp the 50-minute mark of the Level 1 podcast from March 3rd,
Who's this
2023,
dude?
because this is basically
Where
me
did he come from?
addressing the whole situation about me appearing on the Side Scrollers
Bro,
podcast.
why did we take that
My
long to
official
get there?
response-
Whatever.
Actually, I would appreciate it if
Yeah,
you could say,
exactly.
or someone
Tells
on
the long
staff
story
could
anyway.
Watch this to know my official response and how I'm approaching this, okay? Because I think they should know this up front, everything, okay? So, Craig started up his old podcast again. It used to be called Side Scrollers, and it was a podcast they used to do on ScrewAttack.com, over a decade ago. And it was very popular, and it was very well known among the game space back then, before even the prominence of YouTube and all of that. Okay, so when he announced he was reviving the show, it was very exciting. All the long-standing fans of Screw Attack, they used to be called the G1s. Now they call themselves the G2s. Wow, we're excited. The podcast is coming back, and it wasn't just, it's just me talking. Like, my podcast is me gabbing. Right? This podcast is a panel of people, different kinds of people, guests coming in, covering news, covering other topics. It's a good podcast. I've been watching every episode since the show relaunched.
Oh, really?
I'm really enjoying the show. I recommend you look at it. If you're looking for a fun, variety-style gaming podcast with other topics.
Fun,
of interest,
variety-style
yes,
gaming
yes,
podcast?
Politics gets thrown in there, but not too much. Give it a look. Side Scroll.
Yeah, give it a look.
That's the name of the show.
What is needed now is a tactical mind.
Go and give it a look, the side scroll, dudes.
So,
If you wish for an ally to walk beside
His
been
old
watching
friend
the
was
show.
nice to him once.
out of the blue, I haven't mentioned this at all on stream. I'm not talking about Craig or anything on stream or anything like that, right? Out of the blue, Stuttering Craig emails me. Says, "Hey Phil, so we're relaunching. This is before they relaunched the show, by the way. We're relaunching the show, and we'd like to have you on as a guest. You're actually one of the people whose names popped up because we have history from back in the day, and it would be great to have you on as like a guest on the show. We have rotating guests, and we'd like you on.
Even
the
though,
show to see how
again,
it goes."
I must leave the
So I thought about it.
Even
And
though
I
he
watched-
was
basically, I
asking-
kind of knew what the show was going to be.
Even
And
though he was asking for an interview and everything else.
I responded and I was like, well, I guess that sounds interesting. I wish you the luck with the show. I'd like to see how the show goes this coming week and what kind of a show it's going to be. But it sounds interesting to me, something different. I told you guys I like doing different stuff now. I'm venturing out. I very
different.
much don't want to be just in my same lane doing the same kind of content forever. I feel like maybe this is an opportunity to go talk to a different audience. They probably have no idea who I am, or if they do, they only know it from the negative memes and the hate, right? They don't know who Darkside Phil really is. So to have me on a show where we're going to be not only talking about me, but addressing other topics.
All of this
and
from
having a
me
fun
can't
variety
stream. I
show,
guess it was
it's
in an
probably a
email.
really
I mean, I don't know
interesting
about
idea,
that.
right? So I responded
The
to him
guy
and I
might
said,
have just
well,
been
thanks for reaching out. Yeah, I
saying
might
it
be
off the
interested,
cuff, you know.
Let's talk a little bit more. And so
And again, if
we
you don't
basically
follow
left
DSP, you ain't gonna
was,
fucking clue who he
I
is
was
or
gonna
all the
be-
stuff
it
that's
was
happened with
scheduling
him.
too, 'cause I
You
told
ain't
him
gonna know.
I was launching my DSP
Even if you
React
just
channel in
know
February, I said, I'm gonna be
tangentially who
focused
he
on
is,
that
how
in
he's the
February, so I really
jerk
don't
off
wanna take
guy.
any time away from any of my
You
stuff
ain't gonna
right
know
now.
the in-depth shit
So what
that's
I'd
gone
like
on
to
with
do is
him.
wait a little
Like
bit,
you're
and then
never
maybe
gonna
we can do
know.
it late February, March, or whatever. So we talked back and forth, and we kind of established, okay, it's probably gonna be sometime in March that I'll probably appear on the show, and that's where we left it for a while, like a week or two, kind of just hung there, and then finally, you know, we started talking again, and
Yeah, this
you know,
dude, he
Craig
stole
was
the
like,
elixir.
let's have you on the show, and let's do
And
kind of
did he have a
episode
burp?
where we talk about not only you, because we want to give you time to talk about yourself, and time sometime in March that I'll probably appear on the show, and that's where we left it for a while, like a week or two, kind of just hung there, and then finally, you know, we started talking again, and you know, Craig was like, well, let's have you on the show, and let's do kind of an episode where we talk about not only you, because we want to give you time to talk about yourself, and obviously there's going to be questions and stuff, but also, you know, do a full show with you on. And we kind of determined roughly it would be around the middle of March. That's what we determined. Okay, I was like, okay, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
That gives me time to mess around.
Bro, zombie
holds. The
holds.
thing is, if I'm going to be on their show, I got to accommodate the show. I want to mess around with my setup here, make sure that it would work with with how they're doing their show and everything. You know, so all sounds good to me. All right, now I outright said to him, in the email back. All right, I'm not reading it word for word, but I'm paraphrasing it here. I basically said, listen, you got to understand something. I have a giant hate mob following me around the internet.
Oh, here we
so
go.
If you're on your show, there's going to be drama.
Yeah, of course he did. He told them all this.
My plan is,
there's going to be drama, they're going to be horrible to you.
I would rather have it be like a surprise, where I'm on a show and then I can say, hey guys, by the way, go watch me on the show right now. It's live. And then they could go check out the show and watch it on demand after. This would prevent any kind of hateful drama or build up around the show, because it would be kind of a surprise appearance, and that way it would avoid the nonsense. There'd be no harassment of anyone or anything, right? So that's how I was talking about it.
The main baddie.
All right, but you know, I guess, you know, they wanted to do it however they want to do it. It's their show; they can do whatever they want. And I you know, unbeknownst to me, earlier this week, I guess, since they were starting March. What is it? Today's March 3rd, so 2 days ago. You know, they announced that, hey, a potential guest on this show for this month is going to be Darkside Phil.
With their
and
sneaking
when they
around.
said that, it took a little while, but you know how the internet is. It took, you know, a little bit, but the word started to spread. Like, what? Oh, what? He's going to be on the show. Now, here's the thing, and this is what these guys didn't know, and this is what I feel like I should fully disclose.
I don't know. I think the incident just exposed into a bunch of
I don't
people.
want anyone to feel like they're getting burnt here. If you remember, many months ago, back in like the fall, there was a period where there was a bunch of prominent YouTubers who were kind of ragging on me constantly, and it really irked me the wrong way. It rubbed me the wrong way. Because here's the thing. If you want to talk about me in a negative light, that's fine, but then give me a fair shake. No one wants to do that. Everyone wants to name drop me in a very toxic negative light, referencing all the memes, all the tropes, all the nonsense, but no one actually wants to talk to me. Instead, they just want to do... We were just watching the Pro Jared documentary, correct? And what did Pro Jared say? For 3 months, everyone just literally crapped on me, but no one ever reached out to me to talk to me about these things. Instead, it was just crap on him. Who cares?
Here you go.
He's the whipping boy of the internet. Now, that was 3 months for Pro Jared. That was 3 months for Pro Jared. For me, it's been 10 years. Okay? 10 years of people constantly just dumping. When does anyone reach out to me and say, we would like to give you your fair shake? Let's talk to you. Let's get it from the perspective of the person who's being shit on all the time, right? To get his side. Never. Never has that happened. The one person who reached out to me over the years was the Quartering. I was on his show. I answered literally every question.
Literally every question.
He got crapped on. Oh, that was terrible. Oh, that was an awful interview. Why was he on the show? It was a waste of everyone's time. Why? Because he didn't eviscerate me. He didn't sit there and make fun of me. He didn't sit there and be nasty to me. He didn't sit there and essentially make demands of me that were unrealistic. He was just trying to have me as a guest, right? And ask questions, which I answered. My answers, whether they're satisfactory to you or not, are for you to judge. But, you know, basically, I guess to him it was like a waste of time. And he ended up, I almost feel like, he feels like he ended up being the worst for having done the interview. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you could get that from him. Someone could ask him, how does he feel about it? But I almost
He's
feel like
reaching
people
out to the
dumped
video
on him
maker tractors
for
to
doing
see
the
what they
interview,
wanted
but
asked.
not
And
eviscerating
he's looking at a
him
bunch of
during the
videos ahead of
interview.
talking. Well, this is
Since
what
then, I
I'm
have not done a
saying.
single interview. No one's asked.
This is why I'll still be very surprised if DSP does go on there. I will be surprised. Because if the guy is looking at all that stuff, like, I don't think he's going to sit somewhere where the guy says, look, DSP, I cannot see him sitting somewhere where he's thinking, that guy could say, look, there is a video of your cat on stream and they show your phone and you have clearly got this app that you say you don't play open on your phone. And people say you spend money on it. He doesn't have to even go into the bank leaks because DSP can say that's all bullshit and just brush it aside. The guy don't even have to go into that. He can just say a little bit about the phone and some other shit. I cannot see DSP putting himself in that position. Again, and if he does, I'll be surprised. If he does, I'll definitely be surprised.
Until this last fall when I got pissed off about the entire internet dumping on me. And I said,
Yeah,
if
got
you
pissed
want
off,
to dump on me, actually talk to me. Do it in, let's have a fair time where we can go back and forth. And if you really have questions or whatever,
Well,
let's
again,
do it.
that's what I'm
Let's
saying.
talk.
I
and I'll be
can't-
honest, yes, there were a lot of people who reached out.
I can't see it, but I might be
YouTubers,
wrong.
Prominent YouTubers with millions plus subs.
I might be wrong.
People who have drama shows, all kinds of shit. Okay?
Who knows? We're
And
going to find out.
Ultimately, after talking with all these people, I kind of narrowed it down to two people who I feel would be very trustworthy people to do a full in-depth expose style
In-depth expose.
project with. It wouldn't just be, oh, Phil is interviewed. It would be someone wants
Yeah,
to
side
actually
quest. Let's go.
cover the entire situation.
Yeah, let's do
fairly
side
from
quests.
all perspectives. All right? But
Let's go.
ultimately, by the time that I got to the point
I
where
do need to go and see the
I
blacksmith
came
lady
to that decision,
and upgrade my
no one really
swords.
cared anymore. All that bullshit had died down. The name drops, negative name drops stopped. I stopped addressing. I've hopefully done a good job in the last couple of months or 3 months. I guess it was like November-ish when this happened. So you figure, 3.5, 4 months. I've done my best to stop addressing the bullshit on my streams. When someone tries to bait me with some bullshit, this guy said this about you. What do you think? Or here's a topic that will obviously inadvertently get you to talk about something you weren't intending.
Sometimes these are
What
just
do you
boss
think?
fights.
I just say, oh, look, it's a troll thing. Bye. And I think a lot of people are pissy about that. Oh, why doesn't he read it? Because it's just bait. It's just bait, and I'm not going to fall for the bait anymore. As I've told you guys, my intention is to make content for my audience. It's curated content for a small audience. I have no aspirations.
Just make
to be a
content
giant,
for his
prominent
audience,
YouTuber,
bro.
To be filthy rich, to have millions of views.
Filthy
I don't care about any of
rich.
that. I just want to be
They're
able to make
always
content
filthy
I
rich.
enjoy
They're
and
never
my
just
viewers enjoy
rich.
in a space where we can all enjoy each other.
They can't ever just be rich. They're always filthy rich.
I don't care about any of the other white noise around it at all. It has
They're
nothing to do with
always
me. I don't
filthy
care about
rich,
any
bro.
of it. Okay, I'm not even involved in it. So, since things are going good, why rain on that parade? Why poke a hornet's nest when the hornets have calmed down, right? So I talked with a couple different people who still are very, very interested in working with me on doing something large scale and having my actual involvement along the way. I'm down for that at some point when I feel it is the right time for that. You will see that. I promise you, because these are
Flame
people who
weapon.
are good people, nice people who don't necessarily love me. But they're people who I feel like if they wanted to really do a full, people always say, will you do a biography? Like, that's literally what it would be. It would be like covering me and my history as an internet content creator from start to finish. Every rise and every fall, every mistake, but every triumph. Being fair. As opposed to, oh, every negative thing and that's it. Both perspectives, you see? So, I'm down for that when it's the right time. Now is not the right time, in my opinion. I'm busy now. I'm starting a new channel. I got all this stuff going on in my life. I'm not doing that right now.
He's
Okay?
so busy, bro.
So that's basically what's been going on, and that's it. Now I'm focused on my own stuff. So when I got offered to be on this podcast out of the blue, I didn't
Haven't used
solicit it or
poison at
anything.
all.
I was like, oh, this could be something neat to do for variety. or whatever.
Toxin. They're probably good.
It's certainly not what I was looking to do with that. It's something completely different. I want to hang
And
out
he's
on
hit
the show
receive
with
more
these guys,
damage. That
talk
looks
about
quite
news
good.
topics, be a little silly. It's a fun show. So, on March 1st, 2 days ago, they just casually say, oh, this guy's going to be on our show this month. And that was it. And I knew it. I knew if they did this, this is what would happen. Of course, all the haters, all the
All the
trolls,
haters
all
come
the
out.
detractors, they come out of the woodwork. They start flooding their show on a daily basis. What are you going to ask? Are you gonna bring up
Chronicles
this?
of a
Are you gonna
Pig
bring up
Roach.
that? All the same misinformation as always. It's
Yeah, the
literally
same misinformation, the same lies.
Because these people have not come up with anything new in years. It's always the same shtick now. It's not even, it used to be. They used to go through these sagas, right? It used to be, first it's the this is how you don't play saga. Then it's the DDoS getting swatted, getting false copyright saga. Then it was the taxes saga. Then it was the bankruptcy saga, the escort saga.
Right.
They think my life is an antics.
The escort
It's not,
every
but they think
time.
it is. That's how they treat it. They think that doing shit like that
Every time the
is somehow
escort.
like acceptable. It's not. It's very, very messed up. Okay? So to them, this is another saga. To me, I just
You
wanted
like
to
the
be on a
taxes
show
the
and have
most?
fun
I liked the bank
and kind of
leaks.
hang out and
Taxes
have a
was
good time
fun.
with a bunch of guys.
Bank
or
leaks
gals
was
or whatever
hilarious.
they have on the show that day, and have a good time. Something
Bank
different.
leaks was hilarious.
Instead, within one day, 24 hours, the whole thing gets blown
That
up.
was-
Drama,
that
drama,
was
drama,
the
drama,
best
drama,
for
drama,
me.
drama, 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 drama. What drama questions would you ask Phil? Okay.
Check it out. We got up through the roof.
I get wind of this.
Up there
and
with
I'm like, well,
bankruptcy
I knew
and
if-
save the house.
I knew if they mentioned it, this was going to happen. I'm not stupid. It's only happened every other time. So, I've been going back and forth with Craig. And this morning, Craig read an email on the show, his show, Side Scrollers. You can watch it. It's live right now. We're on the channel. He read the email. It's word for word the email that I'd sent him. But in a nutshell, here's the deal. Craig feels pressured by the internet that if he's going to have me on as a guest, it can't just be a normal show
We've got full health. What the fuck?
we shoot the shit for 5 minutes and then they're
Yeah.
on to topics and things. It has to be about me. I don't like that. I'll be honest. I had no intention of this being the DSP show. It's supposed to be side.
Yeah, he doesn't want it to
with
be about
special
him,
guest
bro.
DSP. But because these people completely decide to dominate every aspect of anything to do with me on the internet,
He never wants it
You
all
know.
to be about him.
it seems like, again, I can't enjoy things.
That's
that
not
people
who he
enjoy.
is.
Anyone else can go on a podcast and be a fun special
He doesn't
guest,
always
but not
like to be
Phil.
the center of
Phil
attention
can't
all
have
the
fun
time.
things everyone else has. I can't have a sponsor because these people go and harass the sponsor. I can't have a fun appearance on
oh.
the show. It's not fair. It's just not. I'm upset.
Has he got
I
red
am
eyes, this guy?
genuinely
He's
upset.
tough.
I'm not upset with Craig or the host
Bro, he
of
was tough. The fuck?
the Side Scroller show. I'm not. I'm upset with the situation that's created itself on the internet that I try to separate.
car
myself from
repair.
every moment. It's like, oh, here's a chance where I can actually
that
do
was
something
pretty
that a
good.
normal person would
Level
do. Oh, that's not
20.
allowed for Phil. Phil has to still be
They're all
the
getting buffed
whipping
by this
boy. He has to
dude.
be treated like shit. And I'm tired of it, man. It does. It breaks me down. It makes me feel like shit. That I can't just have fun. All right? So now, I wanted to go on this show and just have a good time like everyone else is entitled to. And instead, what's it got to be? It's got to be an interrogation. All right? But here's the thing. There's a difference between
Souls
you're
plus
going
2.
in front of an audience that's genuinely curious. Genuinely
What's this
curious.
genuinely-
likely open-minded. Not
genuinely
saying my
curious
detractors because you
shit?
know that they want to watch this and hear it. But to go in front of people who are essentially just hearing about all this bullshit for the first time and they have genuine questions about it. Okay? So that's the difference. You can go in with preconceived notions, but I feel like if I went and, if Craig's sitting there and asking
Lala, how you
questions,
doing?
Adam, that's the other co-host, or Travis,
They've
or
got
whoever
different,
is there and asking me
different
questions,
attacks.
it's more of from a curiosity and actually I want to get some facts perspective. It's not, we're going into this with 400 negative preconceived notions
Still got
about
the
Phil.
other
We
one.
already believe them all. And no matter what he says or does, we hate him anyway. Right? So I don't think that's the case. This is not a trap. This is not me going on
His is the
Destiny's
loudest,
show
isn't it? I keep meaning
where
to
he's
turn it
outright
down.
admitted that he was going to try to set up
At least
traps
everyone knows.
to make me look like shit. That's not what this podcast is at all. I feel like it's the actual complete opposite situation. People who are genuinely interested in talking to me and hearing my story.
Bro, does he really think there's all these people out there who are waiting to hear DSP's side of the story? He is fucking delusional, bro, isn't he? About how many people, number one, even know who he is. Oh, bro, this guy's like a named dude. He's going to fuck me up. Like, number one, have people who even know who he is, let alone are interested. Oh, shit, he had 2 attacks in a row. Oh, my God, he's got loads of health. This guy's going to fuck me up. He's the boss. This is not good. There's 2 of them. We should have got all these things first. Oh no. Look, I needed all those. He's getting fucked up. I just don't know who he really thinks is like caring about him this long. Except the detractors who he apparently don't pay attention to. Like, who else? You're on your own, bro. We had flags and stuff to do outside.
Story, and they can
I didn't
judge
realize.
for themselves. And again, I hope that people are watching from that 50-minute timestamp on here. Craig and the guys on the show. Hell, if you want to play this back on your show, I give you permission to. It's up to you.
Look at the health he's got.
Yeah, if you want to ask me anything, go ahead. I will answer to the best of my ability. I will answer in a situation, in a way that basically I'm not going to put myself at risk, and allow me to explain what I mean by that. Because I will talk about
He's
this.
got so much health, this guy. Look, I've even done half his health bar yet.
These people are so crazy. They do absolutely anything. They will take any little crumb of any piece of data and find a way to spin it into something that can harm me and my family.
Oh, bro, I can't.
This started off 10 years ago with a stupid thing called This Is How You Don't Play, which I'm sure I'm going to talk about, how this all started.
Go get the other flags.
Since then, it's just become such a viral meme on YouTube that Phil is a person, a lol cow who is to be hurt.
A lol cow.
And no one ever has to feel bad about it because we have basically said so many negative things about him. Some of them have to eventually be true, and therefore we're justified in the level of harassment.
It's so weird, isn't it? This way he rewrites it. It's always people said stuff about him. No, bro, it's they all the videos of him
literally tortured
are not videos of people really like. Yeah, there's loads of videos of people talking over him.
There is,
but like, all of the stuff comes from videos of just him talking. They literally just clip his stream, not even clip out of context. I've never seen no fucking, unless it's obviously a meme video, it's never out of context. People just post the whole fucking clip, especially now, all these things are just clipping him. People still restream him and talk over him, obviously. But it's all just literally things that he has said and done himself. And people are just shining a light on it and saying what they think of it.
It's painful, man. I just want to do my thing. I just want to have fun.
You just want to do your thing and beg and lie and con people out of money and pretend that you're like awesome and amazing and better than literally everyone else that streams. You make more effort doing it for the longest, and you're one of the laziest fucking cunts I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Right?
It's literally what it is.
All right? As long as there is buy-in
literally what he is.
that these guys are going to make sure that there is no kind of risk. And what I mean by that is no doxing, right? No discussion of stuff.
He constantly talks about this doxing thing. Why aren't they doxing his chat all the time? Why aren't they doxing in his chat all the time? Why don't I always see people getting blown away from his chat for posting his address? Why don't I see that all the time? Why is it going to be any different to anyone comes into anyone's chat? Someone comes into my chat right now and says, even if it's bullshit, says Juzzy51's address is. I'm deleting it, aren't I? Spinal stenosis. What's that like? Twisted spine? Nothing that puts pressure on it, I guess, if you're weak there. Seated, supported. Make sure you support your back all the time. No standing free weight stuff. Nothing super heavy like squatting where the load is majority on your spine. Just take it easy. All seated stuff. And just volume as well. Shy away from, again, going heavy in those sort of lifts if you do know you've got a weakness and you could damage yourself. Just got to listen to your body, really.
Problem is, these people
there's still plenty of stuff you could do. All the seated machines, all the isolation machines and things like that. You can still do loads and loads and loads of stuff where you're held in one place and you can still look great and, do like treadmill and bits and pieces. But like big, heavy compound lifts, deadlifts and all this sort of stuff, stay away from that.
I would say, rabbit hole of information
if you know that's a weakness for you.
Harass people, not only just
and then just have fun in the gym and stuff.
Members and other people on the periphery that have nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? So you know what's going to happen is I'm going to go on the show and immediately the view count's going to skyrocket 5 times with my detractors, and they're going to come in. They're going to be doing disgusting memes about
disgusting memes.
They're going to be doing posting up personal information.
No, they're not.
Doing every nasty, disgusting.
He
possible
constantly
thing.
has
And
to
just
like make
give
it
you
sound.
an example of it.
That
It's
never
already happened,
happens.
and Craig doesn't even know. So I hope
I've
he's
never,
gonna hear this and he'll kind of
of all the
understand.
detractor
morning on the
streams and
podcast,
DSP stuff
he
I've
brought
watched,
up
seen his
someone
address
who is a
doxed
regular
in
of the
his
stream,
chat, in a
who is
comment
regular
anywhere.
victim of
I know it's
harassment
out there.
from my
It's on like
detractors.
Kiwi
This
Farms
person
or
has
whatever.
literally never
But
done
I've
a thing
never
wrong
seen it put
on
out
my
in a
streams.
chat
They
where
are
I
one of
was
the nicest
watching.
people that comes to
Or
my
where
content
people were
all
talking
the
about it
time.
or comments and
All right?
videos.
But my
I've never
detractors
seen
hate
it.
this person because he talks a lot.
Bro,
And he
fuck
likes to
you.
get my attention and he likes to have conversation with me because my streams are personable. So they go and they harass this person online. All right, I'll say his name's Derek. Everyone knows his name is Derek, right? Now, they basically harass this guy and they go into all his social media shit and everything. That's no one's business. Just because you're an attendee of a stream doesn't
That's
mean
no
someone
one's
should harass
business
this guy.
what
This
Derek's
guy is
doing,
not
bro.
a whale, because Craig had the misconception.
One
You
of the
guys don't know.
nicest
He's never- he
people.
doesn't contribute.
What was that
He
What was
just
that
doesn't- he
playlist
doesn't
called again?
He doesn't
Pretty
contribute
Little
financially
Girls.
at all. He just sits here and
What was
talks
his
nicely
YouTube playlist called?
every day.
Pretty Little
Right?
Girls.
If you didn't pry into his personal life, you would never know anything negative about the guy. But these people are sick. So they go into his social media
sick,
accounts, they
bro.
look at this stuff, and they harass him. So what did they do? They went on the Side Scrollers podcast and they said, "Oh, you got to ask Phil about Derek because he's a whale of Phil's and he has this and that going on in his personal life." I'm like, wait, what?
Wow.
That's not even true. Like that's blatant misinformation. Already it's begun.
That's not even true. The wow
this is
thing,
2
he
days
acknowledged
out
it. Amazing.
From being announced that I'm on the
He
show.
forgot to
and
tell people that
already
he doesn't have whales.
Craig and crew have been bombarded with complete misinformation about me, about how I operate.
Yeah, the comment
about my
exactly,
viewers.
Brian S.
What a
They're
shock,
really not that
right?
bad.
Because here's the thing: who has the vested interest in this appearance? The detractors do.
They're really not
right?
that bad.
My fans. Do it.
Oh, we're
it's
level
nice that
17
Phil's
now.
gonna
This should
appear
be
on the
easier.
show. Yeah, we'll watch it. This will be cool.
I'll
But
go
they already
watch
have
it.
a place to be with me every day. My own content, right?
Every day.
So it's not the fans that are going to be jumping on. It's going to be the detractors that are going to go, "Oh, this is our opportunity to sink our hooks into someone else who hasn't
Yeah.
heard about all the crap about DSP and to let them believe it." Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it because it really is. It's a cultish mentality. It's this weird cult-like mentality of
Cult of hate.
It started 10 years ago with "this is how you don't play," and it just continued. It's wave after wave. There's
more
always
flags.
another reason. When one thing passes, the next thing comes up to continue the system of harassment that's happened to me for now over a decade. And it has to stop at some point, but at this point, I don't see how it ever will, because when you're in a system that promotes it, YouTube promotes it. YouTube promotes harassment. There is no way to protect yourself against it besides being rich and suing people directly for defamation or slander. And I'm not rich. So
I'm not
can't do
rich.
that.
Yeah, of course you're
I
not.
can't sue the hundreds
He
of
can't sue
thousands
anyone
of
'cause he's
people
not
who
rich,
said these
remember?
horrible things about me over the years. So I just
He ain't got. He
ignore
doesn't
it.
make 6 figures a
I
year.
like I said, I sit in my lane. I make my own content, and I ignore it.
Yeah, he
So what
sits in his
happens?
lane.
It thrives.
He
It
sits in his
propagates.
lane and never gets a
It
story off
infests.
Twitter
It
about
works
something
and
he barely
works.
knows about
Right?
and comments about it all morning
Well,
and
what can
talks
I
shit.
do? If I
He
address
never
it,
does
you're
that.
giving attention to it, it just gets worse. If you
He
ignore
stays
it,
in
it
his
festers.
lane.
It just gets worse. There's no solution.
DSP
So
stays
this
in
is
his
not
lane,
fair
bro.
That
That's what
in
people say about him.
2023,
And it's cool that
years
even though he's a
removed
dickhead, at least he stays in
from
his
some of the
lane.
horrendous things that I've openly admitted I did a decade ago, that I get this kind of harassment, and now I just want to do something fun. I can't do it. Phil's not allowed to have fun. Fun on the internet for Phil? No, screw him. We got to ruin it. So they have. Effectively, that's what they've done. They've turned this that. It should have been a fun podcast appearance and turned it into, well, now this has to be an interrogation of Phil because, God forbid that anyone actually
Listen
just
to this.
judge something at face value, have him on as a guest, as opposed to, now we must have 400 questions of horrible accusations addressed before we even get to anything fun. I don't know. So here's the thing. I said to Craig, if you can guarantee me the safety of me and my family and everyone around me,
Safety,
no
bro.
doxing, no leaking of any personal information,
If you can guarantee safety for me and my family, bro, is he like in the mob? And he's like witness protection? Because he's giving secrets on like the fucking Don. And his evidence is going to put the guy away for like 30 years. And he's got to go into witness protection. They're going to give him new names. And he's like, as long as you can guarantee no one's going to know. Listen to this. Guarantee safety for me and my family. Bro, what a fucking moron. Frank, how you doing? Oh. Hello, Frank. Thank you for the love bomb. Yeah, like literal witness protection. Hang on, let me go and get a snack. Hang on. Sit right here. I'm going to go and grab the rest of my food. Hang on.
Allowing people to post nasty, ridiculous things about this, you know what I'm saying? Then I would definitely say I'm in line with it. And by the way, here's the other thing, because this is what these idiot detractors say. Phil would never go on a show and just let anyone ask him anything. Absolutely not. Why? Why wouldn't I? What's the point of having someone talk to you if you're going to limit the conversation, right? When I went on the Quartering, all right, his show, people made all this shit up about, oh, Phil told the Quartering he can't ask this, he can't ask this, he can't ask this. Oh, by the way, the Quartering paid Phil to be on the show. Wrong, 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 and wrong. None of that was true, but they just believed it anyway. And it's actually become, they think it's fact that that interview was staged, it wasn't real, and he paid me to be on the show. It's all lies. But they think it's true.
No, it's just rubbish.
They talk themselves into believing things that aren't true, and then that's their truth that they then post all over the internet and benefit from. Clickbait views, money, ad revenue, contributions to propagate the hate. Right now, this very podcast is being rebroadcast by likely a dozen different people, all talking junk over it with their own viewers, where my content gives them content. And look at my content. Is it toxic? And this is what I will say too, because I'm going to stop talking about this in a second, but I got to get this off my chest. And again, I hope true, and then that's their truth that they then post all over the internet and benefit from. Clickbait,
check it out.
Money, ad revenue, contributions to propagate the hate. Right now, this very podcast is being rebroadcast by likely a dozen different people, all talking junk over it with their own viewers, where my content gives them content. And look at my content. Is it toxic? And this is what I will say too, because I'm going to stop talking about this in a second, but I got to get this off my chest. And again, I hope that Craig and the side scrollers people are watching this. All right, his show. People, if you want to know the truth about me,
we're going to get to that in a minute,
and my content, watch some of it. And I don't mean watch the detractor montage, watch this guy who only critiques the negative things or whatever. And it doesn't have to be a long segment. Watch me play a game for, a live stream that I'm doing of a game for an hour. Whether it's I would recommend a late night chill stream, only because the late night streams that I do are more relaxed. I have a lot more interaction with my smaller audience. On the late streams, the daytime streams typically end up being a lot more focused on the game, especially because I play a lot of new releases on the earlier streams. But I would say the late night streams are the best ones. And I'm not saying you have to sit here and watch it for 2
they're more chill.
Sit down for 20 minutes and just watch how the stream goes, watch the interactions, and then judging on that, make some judgments for yourself. And if you feel that I'm a terrible person, I'm a terrible gamer, I'm a scammer, I'm a loser, I'm this, I'm
yeah, we've seen it.
Go right ahead and make that judgment. It's your right to have your own subjective take on whatever. The problem is there's no objectivity on the internet about me. It's literally all take the selective moments that make him look bad, turn that into what we say about him, push that out as a dramatic narrative, profit. And this has been for 10 years that I've had to deal with this in my life. I've seen my whole personal life get turned upside down because of it. Things fall apart, friendships, relationships. I can't even network with people. I can't even...
Yeah, DSP detractors are all about making money, bro.
I can't have co-op partners. I've tried and people have gotten harassed because of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's really to a situation where I can't even do normal things.
How much did we charge you all for this stream?
Patron goals. I can't even do patron goals. If I do them, people have threatened to get my Patreon shut down. You know what I mean? Like, it's all this stuff. It's like, it's crazy what it's come into. So if I'm going to show up on the show, I do need to buy in that everything's going to be safe. Not that I go on the show and this is the shooting gallery for my haters to come and they're going to be posting every disgusting, toxic, personal thing in the chat that has nothing to do with anything of relevance just to hurt us. You know what I'm saying? That has to not be allowed. Okay, that's number one. All right, and number two, I hate the fact that it's going to have to be an interrogation of me. I would rather have it be, let's talk about me for an hour. Ask me whatever you want. I'll answer to the best of my ability. No, I'm not going to reveal
this stuff is just drivel.
Legal records, financial records. I'm not going to open up my accounts and put myself to public exposure, because that's exactly the reason my detractors want me to go on a show. They want me to say, Phil, open up everything possible, because here's the thing, because they either win or they win. Here's why they want that. Reason number one, if I open up all my financials and I open up my phone and I open up my accounts and I show you things, maybe there's evidence, something there, that something they've said, all the horrendous things they've said about me, maybe one of them was true. And if they even get that 1 out of 1 million is correct, they've been right 100% all along. They've been justified in all the hatred and vitriol they've tossed at me during the years. That's
See how he twists it?
Okay? That's what they're looking for.
Maybe,
Or
yeah.
the flip side of
Maybe. What if there's something there?
let's say, for example,
What's there?
nothing happens. There's nothing there because
Oh, yeah?
they're telling the truth. What they will do is take the information now that they have, and they will harass me with it. And I will tell a story. I would like to tell a story on the show. I've told it here many times recently, and I'll just say the car repair story. That's all I'll say. And I'll tell that story on the show so people can maybe understand my perspective better.
Yeah,
on
the
that
car
show,
repair
okay?
thing, yeah.
So, as of right now,
All they did was find a bill.
from the Side Scrollers guy.
They didn't harass him.
I would appear on
They
the
just
show
found a
probably around
bill.
mid-March. We're still working out the details. I'm still trying
They
to
found a bill.
see if my setup will work with their streaming stuff that they do.
That's what they did.
And I guess
Oh,
what
I
it's
can
gonna
rest
end up
right
being
here.
is, yeah,
Wow.
it's going to be like an hour of me just answering questions. To
They
a new
found
audience.
a
Yes,
bill.
all my detractors will be there, but there's a new audience too to kind of learn about me for the first time and to honestly try to answer these questions to the best of my ability. You know, and be truthful and honest, but not also be so ridiculous. That's the thing. This is not Phil's going to open up his personal life to everyone, and now he ruins it because he inadvertently revealed stuff, and now people will not stop
Yeah,
harassing
exactly,
him. I've been through
Kildare.
it. I've been through identity theft already. I can't go through it again. It really hurt. People, dude, I swear, people think I'm making shit up. Man, it hurts. 2 years ago.
Is this where he faked
Again,
a
I
tiny
was
little
in
bit of crying?
situation- I'm sorry, man. I'm getting emotional. But 2 years ago, I was in a
Yeah,
situation.
it's so sad, bro.
where I was almost good to go again. I was almost to the
Yeah,
point
he was
where
almost
after
good to
all
go,
the
and
stuff
then
that went
people
down,
like
I was wow,
were taking money out of his bank for a year, and he didn't realise all the DoorDash and stuff was going out, but he didn't realise. Totally believable, bro.
All right. I said that many times on my streams.
There you
There's
go.
finally, with all this financial problems,
One
I've
more.
had going through bankruptcy, there's a light.
Yeah,
at the end of
almost
this
good to
tunnel.
go.
Things are gonna
Begging
go
every
good.
day hard.
What happened? My detractors harassed Twitch to the point where they kicked me out of the partner program.
That's
for
not what
literally
happened
doing
either.
nothing. I did nothing to warrant it. Then they committed identity theft, hacked accounts, and I lost tons of money. I lost
Completely
thousands of
rewriting
dollars,
this.
right? And it's like
Completely
but that's
rewriting
fine 'cause it's
this.
Phil. Oh, that's fine because it's me. Oh, I see. Only because it's me. And then, well, I don't understand. Why does Phil have to keep asking for contributions from his audience? That's fucking why. Because you scumbags
the
ruin my
detractors'
life
fault.
over and over. That's why. If you would leave me alone for 1 year, things would likely level out and be fine.
shit, I
But
keep
you
missing
guys
those
keep
bloody
creating the
texts.
problem. Why? So that you can then make more content about it. That's why. It's this endless
Terrible
cycle.
fuck, that
Create
guy.
the problems for Phil, see the
Awful.
misery, cover the misery, profit. It's
Cover
an
the
endless
misery,
cycle.
profit.
And
Yeah,
I've had
all the
enough of it,
detractors are
man. It
making
has
so
to end
much
this
money
way.
out of him, bro.
But you know, for now, I try to do my best.
All these
to
people are
ignore it.
doing it to make money,
I try to do my
not
best
just because he
to just
fascinates
push
them.
forward positively
Everyone's
on my
in
own
this for
channels
the
and make
big
content
bucks.
for
That's
the
where the
audience
big money is.
that likes
Being a
me for who I
DSP
am, for what I do,
detractor.
and they, you
This
know,
fucking moron.
again,
The only
everyone
person
can
who gives
make
a
their
fuck
own
about money is him.
subjective
He's the only person who does
choices and their
anything
own
that he does on the
subjective
internet is
But,
how much money does he think
you
he's
know,
going to get
at
at
the
the
end
end
of
of
the day, I
it.
have a family
That's
who
his
likes me
driving.
and likes
That's
my
the
content and
driving
loves the story,
factor
and
for
I'm happy
his
for that.
whole
I'm happy to have
fucking
a very good
business
home
here on the internet.
Okay,
How
outside
much
of this.
money am I going to get at the end of this?
So that's the point. Is that if
Exactly,
I
Disco
I want it to
Merchant.
be a fair and honest discussion.
Fair
Ask
and
me
honest.
whatever the hell you want. I don't care. Ask me any question. I will answer to the best of my ability. But at the same time, I can't do what they want. They want me to
Oh,
put
leave the
myself
flag
into
up here
some
somewhere.
giant situations of risk that will ruin my life, where I've already had parts of my life messed up and ruined because of them. They want that
Talking
again, or they want it
absolute
even
shit
worse.
right now.
That's their aim here. That if everything was proven that I was innocent of every single thing, which, by the way, that's never going to happen. Of course, I've made mistakes. Of course, there have been little white lies. Of course,
mistakes?
there's been these things over the years that have happened. It's
Well, like
called
saying you
human
weren't
nature,
addicted to a mobile
right?
game and
I'm not
actually you
perfect.
are.
I'm not flawless. I've made mistakes and done horrible things.
Like that.
But at the same time, is it grounds to try to ruin me constantly? That I have to hide here on my channel and I can't even
He probably
appear on a
could.
podcast because here comes the
Just for the
harassment.
shit that he talks.
You know what I'm saying? So, let's see how it goes. Right now, again, we're hashing out the details. Again, I give them permission if they wanted to play this clip, 30-minute clip, or even highlight it. It's up to them if they want to play it on the show or not. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, if they want to play the clip
I'm
and show
actually looking
me,
forward to it.
DSP,
Now,
I'm
here's the thing, I do wanna
I'm the
publicly
famous one, by the way, in
apologize
case you didn't
to
know.
people who I've been talking with over the last 4 months about possibly doing like a full-length kind of documentary style thing about me and having my input. This is not what this is, nor was this ever intending to be this. I never thought being invited on a Side Scrollers podcast, and then all of a sudden, now it's an interview.
Oh,
I didn't even expect
time,
that. I didn't think that's what it was going to be.
Terribly
I kind of
timed,
feel
these
bad
text.
because these
Terrible
are two people
right there. Oh.
who I've talked with for months. I feel like they're really good people
Terrible.
who wanted to cover me fairly, not to say that they were ever going to pull any punches. And I think one day we are going to do that. There's going to be that kind of a thing on the internet that will be a fair shake of Phil. Right now, I'm not ready for that. But at least this interview will be something where they want to ask questions, go for it, man. You know, ask me those questions and go from there. But again, yeah, some people might say, well, that's kind of messed up, Phil. You were talking for months you were going to do it. You even said you were talking about that. Now you're doing it with Side Scrollers. It wasn't supposed to be this way. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. It was supposed to be, if I was going to do it, I was going to do it with someone who was going to do a bigger style project. And now it's kind of just turned into, well, let's do a quick interview, right? So I guess we'll see how it goes. All right. So anyway, that's where it is as of now. I'm sure now there's going to be a million questions. People are going to, actually people contributing. They're going to ask me questions about it. That's fine. I'll answer questions. That's the end of the segment. Thanks for watching. Crew of Side, or if it's just Craig watching this, or Crew of Side Scrollers overwatch. Thanks, and we'll see what happens. There you go. Okay. So that's that. That is that. Okay.
Terrible one.
Again, I'll let you guys know when I have more
Terrible
details
right there.
about
This guy's got
this.
so much health.
To actually concretely announce. I'm sure I'll be talking with Craig and Steve in the next week or two.
Oh, bro, as
Wherever
if I
it
got
is.
him with the attack.
Their show is
Really?
early. Just so you guys know, their show
Don't
is early.
switch me like that.
'cause they're broadcasting 9 to 11 a.m. Central Time. So that's like, wait, no,
Bro,
that's
those two are
not-
tough.
It's
We
9
nearly
to
had the
11
one
a.m.
guy.
My time. It's 11 to
Excuse
1
me.
p.m. Central Time. It's basically it's a 2-hour time.
Mayor
difference.
of Renton, yeah.
So they start their show 9 in the morning my time. So the way that I was approaching it was that I was going to have a day where I get up early. I'm on their show for a couple of hours. Then we come over to my stream and we do a decompression stream where basically you guys
Decompression,
just
yeah.
talk
We
for a
talk
couple
about how
hours,
good it
and
was,
then if we
how he
wanna do
thinks
some
he
gameplay,
did.
we can. But I figured it would be more. I'm off the
Fucking
show now.
cringe.
Let's talk about how it went and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
we
what
know
I
what
was
you
thinking.
mean. Satiate your ego a bit more.
But you know,
How
we'll
cool
see.
did you
It would have to
sound?
be a little different, shuffling around on my own schedule and everything too. Okay. So he says, why not just ask Craig not to do that? I assume what you're saying is why not ask Craig to not ask me questions? Because I don't think it's possible. Imagine this. I'm going to do a podcast. And on that podcast, I'm going to get a controversial person. Who will be considered controversial in the last few years? I don't know. All right. How about this? Andrew Tate, which I don't even know the guy.
Yeah,
from
why did he
a
bring
dirty
shit.
shoe. I really
Pay
don't.
attention.
I don't know anything about the guy.
Why did he bring up
He's very
Top
controversial
G,
on the internet,
bro?
the things he says, and he just got arrested, right? So now
Like
imagine
the worst,
he gets
most
out of jail.
extreme
It's
example.
originally, it's announced he's going to be on a
DSP's
podcast.
like as popular
all right?
and
So he gets on the
infamous as
podcast,
Andrew Tate.
and literally, the entire podcast, no one talks about any of that. No one talks about his controversial takes on the internet. No one talks about him being arrested. No one talks about any of it. It's just, let's talk about news. And we're covering news articles with him in it. Like, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I'm sure it could probably still be a good show. But there's elephants in the room.
Oh,
you know.
he's got like a swipe
that
and a jumping one that I always
won't
fuck
shut up. They're going. It's just like playing Street Fighter 2 Turbo, hyper fighting. The elephant, the India stage, Dalsim stage. It was like, so Andrew Tate's on the podcast. Shut up back there, you stupid elephants.
Listen to him,
In
bro.
fact, now that would be cool on the Side Scroller show if they had that elephant sound effect and they play that during the show. That would be funny. Play the elephant in the room. The intrusive India elephants won't shut up. That would be great. Okay. Anyway, so you see my point. If anyone's going to even do anything with me, it's kind of like they have to at least make an effort. And the thing is, let's be honest, I don't do interviews.
Okay, got him.
I don't. I have answered every question right here on my show. Every question about all of the drama, literally every topic, has been addressed on this podcast, on stream, it's all been addressed. 1,000,000%. The problem is people don't like the answers because the answers are the truth and people don't want the truth. They want, exposure of Phil to make him look bad so he can continue into a serious situation of negativity and drama. So when someone says, hey,
Cacao, bring him down here, or Chow,
what's
Chow,
going on with
whatever
this?
is saying his name, I
Honestly,
can't
they
remember
don't
how
like
to
that, so
pronounce
they
it.
ignore it.
Bring him down here,
That's
bro.
not true. He just, it's not true. It's a lie. So you see what I'm saying? Like there's nothing that anyone could ask me. There's literally nothing that anyone could possibly ask me. Okay? Nothing. At all. That I haven't already answered. I've been asked everything. Really? I've been asked there's nothing, there's literally no risk.
Ow.
There's none. The risk is if I start showing specifics that could hurt me. Right? That's it. As they say, the devil is in the detail. Showing you an actual bank account, showing you, transactional history, showing you accounts on my phone, login stuff. That's where the risk is, because that's the end of everything. Because if everyone gets a piece of that information, that they will do whatever they can, to hurt.
He's got so
and
much
that's
health,
the
this
thing I
guy.
need to avoid that. So, answering questions, I've never been afraid to answer any questions. And then again, it's your own judgment. Be subjective, trust me or not. I can't make you trust me. All you can do is say, all right, now here, and really, when you put it into real,
Yeah, something like that. His name is.
What's the big deal if you trust me or not? If you like me, watch the content. If you don't like me, don't. Right? But that's the problem, is people then take it to this insane
I ain't
level
playing.
of
I'm telling the
harassment. It's
truth.
not, I don't like him, so I won't watch
Ghost
him.
MC, how you doing? Yeah, it's pretty good.
Right? Instead, it's, I don't trust him, so I hate him, and now I destroy him.
It's pretty good.
What else going on?
Where did that mentality come from? I don't know. And only on the internet. You can't do that shit in real life. You can only do that shit on the internet. Just so happens, my business is on the internet.
This geezer don't want to talk about what you can do in real life and on the internet, the way he runs his fucking mouth.
Why not ask Craig not to do that? Well, Craig, thanks for asking me on your show, but if you're going to ask me any questions whatsoever about negative stuff, I'm not appearing. Huh? It's almost like you have to get past that. Like, this is the initial hurdle. And once that hurdle has been passed, correct? Then
listen to this fucking mealy mouth, dude.
You can get to normality. So maybe if I appear on the show and it's a whole hour of interrogate, hardcore hour of asking me questions about every stupid thing that I've already answered, I just got to give the answers again, so it's all in one consolidated spot, and the haters will never be satisfied, and they'll always say we hate his answers, and then my fans will be like, we really didn't care about this anyway, we're gonna watch the streams regardless, and then maybe if things go well, then things can maybe get back to normality. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Maybe eventually I can be a normal appearer on some show, like a normal human. I don't have to be treated like, I'm a scumbag spy for some kind of a country
I'm losing my mind,
who now has to be thrown in the gulag and tortured to get answers. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we'll see what happens.
No one knows what you're saying,
and
Phil.
By the way, no, I'm not getting paid for the show. That was never a discussion. I don't think anyone gets paid as a guest on that show. I don't want money for the show.
No one thought he was going to get paid,
That was
really,
never
did
an
they?
intention at all. I wasn't paid for the quartering appearance. I'm not paid for this stuff. It's ridiculous. That's what people say when they're assholes who lie and make shit up. Okay? You're describing karma. That's why it's always important to be a good person when it matters most. Now, I will openly admit over the years, I told you guys this time and time again, I made big mistakes back in the day. When I was my early days as a content creator, I was an asshole. I spoke out of turn. I insulted things that I had no right to insult.
You still do that now?
Game developers, I was insulting other content creators. I was insulting games.
Still do that now?
It came from my days of being competitive Street Fighter, where back then to make a name for
Yeah,
yourself,
back in
you had to
the
be
competitive
offensive. You had
Street
to
Fighter
actually
days.
start rivalries. That way people would care about you, right? So it kind of is from that. But that was over 10 years ago. If you take a look at things now versus then, and if you watch my content today versus back then, okay, how can you even compare the two? It's like
you're just louder and younger and just more annoying. That's the way it is.
Changed too much. Your
His mentality's still the same. He acts like he's changed. He's just got a bit older and a little bit wiser as you do with age.
Like, what?
And just keeps his mouth shut more often than not now.
You admit
he hasn't
I've
changed
as a person. I've grown. I don't do those offensive things I used to do anymore.
Yeah.
But then you admit, but you say, oh, well, now the content's boring.
Yeah.
Or it's the other way around. If it's so offensive or whatever, then you know what I'm saying? It's bullshit because they want it both ways. They want justification for hating on me, but then they
Yeah.
use that as a reason to say that also my content sucks. It doesn't make any
Right,
sense
where's
at all.
the-
It's called rationalization, right?
She's round here
and
somewhere.
it doesn't work. You can't rationalize toxic hate. You just can't do it. It's not
Toxic
anything
hate.
Logical people don't do that. Logical
She's
people will
there.
take someone and criticize, say, nah, okay, I don't like them, and move on. They don't do systematic harassment. You know what I'm saying? So you want to talk about karma? Sure, absolutely. In the Street Fighter community, I did awful things. Karma. Sure. My early days as a YouTuber, I did some really dumb, awful things. Karma. But when you're talking about the last 5+ years, I don't even know how you can even reasonably say that any of the stuff that's happened to me could be karma when I have really tried to change for the better, listening to your feedback actively. You know, I want to be a better person. I don't think that it's, I hope I become a better person. And I think it's an ongoing thing, right? And self-improvement is always an ongoing thing. You're never
Alright, we got to
perfect.
sell a bunch of
So
shit.
you always got to try to improve a little more, right? But I don't see how that justifies what happens to me today. All I want to do is go on a podcast. Within 24 hours of the announcement, it's now got to be an interrogation session because everyone is spreading misinformation. But you see, oh, by the way, the point I was making about Derek earlier, but you see the point? Already there's insane
About Derek
misinformation
earlier.
about me being fed to these guys. It's completely wrong. It's all wrong shit. It's, you know, oh, Derek is a giant whale of Phil's. So we went and we harassed him and we found all these horrible things. He's literally he's not a financial contributor at all. He's just someone who talks on the stream. And people actually went out there and bullied him. How the fuck is that fair? If anything, the last thing you would want to bring up is him because it makes you and your detractor community look awful. But you're so stupid and up your own ass, you don't realize that.
Yeah.
You would want to not touch that with
What?
a 10-foot
They
pole,
will want to
but
bring up
realize
bullying
harassing
Derek.
A random viewer is not the way. To
Yeah,
do
you
it
wouldn't want
about
to bring
anything.
up bullying him or just trolling him a little bit and making
Okay,
him
this
look
is,
awful. He's
troll.
such a
You can
nice
ignore that.
guy. He's such a
You know
lovely
what's actually
guy.
funny is that there are people.
You wouldn't wanna
let's
do
stop
that.
here. There are people who try to think that they're smart, and they ride what's called both sides of the fence. You ever heard this one? It's someone who acts one way in one situation, and another
Both sides of the
way
fence. You ever heard about
in another
this?
situation.
Fence
Okay?
sitters. Ever heard about
It's someone
that?
Who basically is trying to play both arguments. So no matter what comes up at the end of the day, they're the winner.
Oh, right.
There
yeah.
are people who
Interesting,
are very
DSP.
much
Tell us
in
more.
the detractor community, but then they come
Tell
over
us
here to
more,
the streams and they
DSP.
pretend to be friendly. And then all of a sudden, on the flip side of it, you know, they'll go back and back this backstabbing. So there was someone who this morning was watching the Side Scrollers podcast, said very, very bad things about me in their chat room, and just tried to tip me $1 and say something like I'm going to talk to them. Are you stupid? Yes, you are stupid. You're dumb. Why do you think I'm blind? You know, obviously, you know, I watched the show this morning. I just talked about it, right? So, I mean, how dumb can you be? But these people are dumb. That's how they act. So, no, I'm not going to entertain you in my content when I know that you're saying nasty things about me all over the internet. I'd be a moron. Okay? All right, continuing on. Ibuki number 2 tipped me $1. I can't wait to watch that rant on one of my many detractor channels. It's gonna be great. Huh?
What if we can change that?
I don't know. Maybe someone is saying they tried to get me to say something and I did, so now they're gonna watch it on a detractor channel. I don't care. Good for you. Doesn't make any sense. This is hilarious. Here we go again. $1 tip. I literally just addressed this. I'll reiterate myself. It's your word against theirs. Hard evidence would end all of this. Why not show anything that will back up your word?
Yeah.
Because they have created their narrative in a very specific
they've
way. They have
created their
worked
narrative.
on it.
Oh,
This isn't
right.
like they just came up with this overnight. This is a narrative that has been built in a specific way for years. So that now
Yeah,
they
right.
think they've backed me
Listen
into this
carefully.
corner that if I, to prove my innocence, would have to reveal something. But if I reveal it, it could still be used to hurt me. Right? Right? And I've already explained. If I were to open up my phone at all and you see anything on my screen,
What we're gonna see?
any of that is potential that they could.
What
now
are we
try to
gonna
hack,
see?
Harass, mess with my life. If they see
What are we gonna
a
see?
login that I use for anything on my phone, oh, that's it. And see what I'm saying? Any of that, any information about a financial institution, about
Financial
any little piece like that. And the thing is, that's what they want.
thing.
They won't accept it. And then on top of all of that,
What are we going to
right,
say?
on top of all of that, if I did provide it, it would either be, oh, you see, well, Phil fabricated it, or he changed it just in time for this, so that now he looks okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
These people are not looking for any answer that will prove me innocent. If anything happens that would say, here's the definitive, evidence that I'm innocent, they wouldn't care. It would be what we've said over the years. It's called moving the goalpost. They will go on to the next thing. All right, well then, what about this horrible thing and this horrible thing? That's how they are. They've only done this every single time.
That's how they are, bro.
You know what I'm saying? For the last 10 years. At first, it was, this is how you don't play. Then it was, first it was Phil's a bad gamer. Then it was Phil's a bad person. Then it was, Phil doesn't deserve the success he has because he's lazy. Let's do all these horrible things to him. Then when I lose all my money because they destroy my YouTube channel, then it's, oh, you see, now Phil's lying about this and lying about that.
It's their fault.
It's on to the next. It's on to the next. It's on to the next. It's always on to the next thing with these people. I've been through this for 10 years. You see? 10 years. It's not like this has been, oh, I'm just getting exposure to it now. It's a 10-year process of the same thing happening over and over.
What else looks cool?
So, the whole point is, the few times in history when there has been definitive evidence that what they say is wrong, they pretend like the situation didn't exist and they move on from it and move on to the next horrible thing.
Yeah.
So there's no point. That's the point. Why ruin my own life and my family's life in order to
Bit big
disprove
and
one
insane,
piece
though,
of what
isn't
they're saying just for there to be
Pretty
10
cool, though.
more? And
We'll
then
take it.
they continue the harassment, right? Okay. I got another dollar tip here.
Another tip. Let's go.
Komi-san claims, I am demeaning. Here we go. Here's a new one. You say you don't deserve hate, but you're demeaning to Japanese culture. Every time you play any kind of JRPG and you assume all of Japan is waifus and no life, stop playing dumb. I keep telling you this, like.
True. True.
How do you not understand that's you?
That's you.
I
You know I
challenge
say
you.
this weird shit? That's all you.
Absolutely challenge you. Find a moment in any of my content where
Literally
I
true.
say, literally, everyone in Japan.
Literally. Literally.
Challenge you. No. Is it part of their culture? Yes. Am I critical of that part of their culture? Yes. Do I have a right to my
Yeah.
opinion?
What's that
I
pitch of
can't
his
say
voice
yes
right
again.
now?
Does anyone have a right to disagree with that opinion? Yes. Does anyone have a right to harass me?
What
and my
was
family
that?
and try to ruin my life because I have an opinion?
This is where I came. We must do all in our
Yes.
power and keep the
Do you see
people
the
safe.
point I'm making?
I shall never forget the tear-stained cheeks of our
There comes to
people.
a point where logic has to step in and be like, no, okay, maybe you disagree with that. But again, oh, well, we all hate you because you said generalized things about Japan. Well, first of all, I never said that. I've disagreed with parts of culture. That's obviously for a group. Not everything is always going to be for every single person, right? We know that.
He's not coming
But at the
to.
same time, is that a reason to
Right.
try to be so toxic towards me and to hate me? I mean, come on. There's this rampant immaturity with the meme culture, with the hater troll culture. It's insane.
We don't need any haters. We don't need the trolls. We don't need the haters and the trolls. Quit trolling. You can't
Yeah,
troll
I've
us.
seen a few of these videos of these weird
Trolling.
people.
It's bubble time.
I've seen a couple of those. Strange individuals. Nice bubble blow.
It went everywhere. Here you go.
And by the way, I will say this. Regardless of how the podcast goes, regardless of anything, that Side Scrollers podcast is pretty good. I've been watching it for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Go and watch it, by the way.
I'll give it a watch.
Even though he spends all his time watching Cat play Skyrim and people play the same games he's playing, but not up to the point where he's at.
Support people who I feel are genuine,
He also wakes up at 9 and watches their podcast.
true to their passion for
By the
something.
way.
And I feel Craig is definitely one of those people. And the entire time I've known him, he's a very passionate guy about games, the gaming community, and all of that. And I think that he just deserves, he deserves
In case
some
you're
good
wondering.
attention on the stuff he does. Go check out his podcast. If you don't like it,
Go
fine.
check it out.
Like I said, he's from Texas.
Go check out his
Take it as you will.
podcast.
So there's going to be some people on the show talking about, various topics. I think you could figure them out.
Listen to this.
Okay.
Various topics.
go.
Name some of the topics.
I should tell everyone there's a 24-hour wait. So, we have over 500 viewers. Perhaps some of you are newcomers to the channel, I don't know if you are. If you are, you cannot talk in chat or do comments for 24 hours. Why? Because there's a sub-only mode. Simply because trolling. I mean, the level of trolling I get, if I didn't have sub-only mode, it would be pretty bad. We originally didn't have it, and the entire chat was just non-stop these idiots spamming insane, disgusting stuff. It was not fun for anyone. So sub-only mode's in effect. It is a 24-hour. If you sub for 24 hours, then you can chat. And you're welcome.
In case you didn't know,
part of the community. Everyone is welcome on DSP Gaming. Always have been.
Everyone's welcome on DSP Gaming.
You call people idiots when they ask about an interview. Now you had one in the cards. You've been working on it for weeks. It's hard to understand you. It's mental gymnastics. If anything that I just explained to you on the show is mental gymnastics, okay? Mental gymnastics for you. I think maybe you need to work out your brain a little bit. Maybe, perhaps, you need to flex your thinking. I don't know how exactly you would do that. Maybe do some Sudoku or something. I don't know. But, you know.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't even know how else to respond to that. I literally just explained the whole situation. It sounds like someone was either going like this, neener, 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 I don't hear what, I can't hear you. Or, you just hear what you want to hear. I don't know what else to say. Another dollar tip came in.
If there was more people.
More
people
you have generalized
wise
it. Several times I've come to your streams. You said the Japanese have a culture of a hostess cafe. You compared Hong Kong to Japan. You're generalizing Asian cultures in general. I'm trying to help you be more self-aware, but you can't help it. It makes that generalization. Other people turn that into demeaning. All right. If you have a problem with something that I say on a stream, fine. Call me out for it. But, you know,
yeah, it's
call me out
fine if you have a problem with things that he says.
Like right now, I can't tell you exactly what I said or when I said it. I mean, how many games we're playing Like a Dragon? Ishin, we've played Yakuza games, we've played Lost Judgment games.
Does that mean you like Japanese stuff?
Commentary on this stuff. I don't
or you know about the culture, or
in general, no, I don't believe that there is 100% of Japan is anything. That's ridiculous. There's no 100% of any group is anything.
Right.
That's a crass overgeneralization that's meant to basically be inflammatory if you say something like that. So I don't even know what you're addressing. Tipping me dollars now during a podcast that's already gone over its length to try to prove your point is not helping anyone, including yourself. It's not helping your case. We don't even know what you're talking about. All right. So I'm sure there'll be more talk about all of this. So
not just the one thing you said, by the way. The hundreds of things you said.
I'll let you know. Right now, 100% working on hashing out details and the like, and stuff like that. And
we all know he does say this stuff.
Like I said,
he doesn't just say I don't understand. I laugh and just say it's mad. Sometimes I call Frank a pervert or whatever.
Middle of
but I laugh and just say I don't understand.
And likely it's going to end up being something that's
but his
whole
like
content.
He constantly gets freaked out and weirded out by it, or just says mad shit. Just goes too deep.
At that point, it'll likely be DSP Reacts. I almost think like that would be the better channel to do it. Head over to DSP Reacts, right, and do a little mini show where we talk about everything that happened. And you know what I'm saying? You think it's true the majority of your current detractors weren't even around for your earlier offensive actions? They just bandwagon detractors who don't even know of you until they watch a detractor video. These people have never been hurt by you to attack you. Probably. It's funny because...
he spawned behind. That's bullshit.
They said something on the Side Scrollers podcast this morning that I completely disagree with. They actually said, do you think
the One Piece titty rant. He just gets uncomfortable by sexuality as well. Sexuality makes DSP uncomfortable.
I think at one point
that
was the case. I think during the This Is How You Don't Play movement, that was the case.
That
was 10 years ago. That was, we liked Phil, but now, seeing all the negative things he does all in one spot, we kind of realize, how bad he is. And, that's really what spearheaded that movement against him today. I don't think so. And again, they had misinformation. They said things about doxing. Like, there's hardcore evidence I've doxed people. That literally has never happened. They said that I doxed one of my moderators. That literally has never happened. They have all this misinformation.
He definitely
but this is what
showed a
believe.
picture
so
of
people hear that,
the guy on his streams, the driver license to all of his Discord.
They put it out on the internet as fact.
He definitely did that.
I received quite a large super chat, a $31 super chat.
He definitely did that.
Look at that nice chair spin. A $31 super chat from Stevie B, who says, have you thought about changing your name to Light Side Phil to promote your newfound positivity? Just a thought. No, someone already took that name years ago. That apparently was also a detractor. I'm serious. So, I don't think...
Terrible blocking right now.
I don't think I'll ever change my online moniker. I think it'll always be DSP or Dark Side Phil. However, I do think that the whole era of the stupidness of people saying things like, oh, he's called the king of hate because he's a bigot and a racist. I think those days are over. I don't use that moniker anymore. It's been over a year.
He thinks those days are over?
There's too much misconceptions about it, too much bullshit. So I'm happy that those days are behind me because that was an easy one. People want to say that I'm a bad person. See, he calls himself this with no actual rationalization of what it means because that's not what they're saying it means. You see, but that's gone. But no, I don't think I'm ever going to change for being DSP. Al Wright has become a member or re-upped his membership. You're a benevolent leader. Love our community. Thanks. I don't think of myself as a leader of anything. I'm just
exactly. That never happened, Kildare.
I'm calling upon the hate army. I rarely do this.
That never happened.
You guys definitely to help us out with this endeavor.
He says good vibes to the hate army, right? Just a normal dude.
Ever.
Going through the internet, broadcasting his life. What's going on, Jade? Good to see you here today. All right. You've certainly done the best you can against trolling. You try to pay it no attention on your streams. I'm glad that you've noticed that I am trying to get... I mean, today was an exception. We had to address it. But in general, once I get to the meat of my streams, I try to ignore it.
We had to address it because the other guy literally talked about it and everyone knew.
You in the spotlight. We
had to address it.
That I can absolutely answer. It's called personal benefit. Because there is a culture on YouTube to latch
personal benefit. Here we
go.
The
lol cow culture.
Well, lol cow. Everyone's doing this to make money and popularity.
Whether it's you get clickbait.
Not just because it's fun.
You get, views, engagement, attention, growing content. There's people on YouTube who literally all they do is make videos of me and they get thousands of views and they actually make money doing it. All they do is slander me. And they make money doing it.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. If there was no personal benefit...
Slander, I show videos of him saying stuff and proving how it's not true.
It would have died out. But the thing is, once...
Checking things that he said.
What's the next thing we can do? Let's say something else toxic and nasty about him. Let's continue the harassment because this gravy train ain't drying out yet. Let's keep that negativity going. And YouTube does nothing about it unless you're rich and you sue people. They just keep it up.
Unless you're rich.
Thanks for listening. I really enjoyed the show, getting some stuff off my chest, explaining the situation to you. Yesterday was rough because I wanted the side scrollers guys to talk about it first before I talked about it. Or else what was the point, right? So, thank you for listening.
All this from a slice of gabagool.
Oh, shit,
and by the way,
he should fucking die.
Whoa, Phil.
That's Phil Leotardo from The Sopranos.
Oh my god. But also what? We got brothers in the end, so they metal like they're Robocop, and it's also hot.
I don't know what this is.
In the middle of the trenches, Lincoln flies.
The next song in the list.
Could the TT slamming this rock and it's jumped to the spot, got squares in the lock. Send strikers there for the drop, cause the Barclays is hot. Trust on a separate flow. Sandro T with a cargo code. Out with a man.
Enjoy this as well.
Them ops try run up with Clark, that show. Don't try
run up with down. Fuck.
Remember the brand? Old school flow. Dogs in a can, on free flow. So many rares.
It'll be louder than DSP, that's for sure.
What's the discussion? He sounds shook, must be a maraca. Young manager Arteta. Young gunner, them busy like Saka. Skirt Formula 1, anything a hatchback with a man, they're feeling Schumacher. Tell me one thing, I tolerate, push him, dominate. What's that follow? He was on job, now you got a couple days on gang, you can sign off holiday. Doing real deal, what's better nominate? Niggas can accommodate, niggas wanna play on the low. When I'm live, oh, silent, use that bullet.
And I got to turn my speaker down, but whatever. No. I'm really dead. They're cool.
Their man just walk off, have secrets, don't bring the blocking. Yeah, I clock them. Yeah, they used to do this often. That's when I had to wear my options. Waiting on the next
oh no.
I was a part of the problem. Grew up in Tottenham. Try stop me, but I clock them. Stop me, but I clock them. Man, try look at my chains, but I clock them. Try take them, then we're gonna have a big problem. This music games for the fake spuds and hugs them when I'm not friends. Man, try say my name, I will not send. Wait till I see them, man, then I hop them. Bad rich part. Them man are actors got hot. Dabbling in a witchcraft. You come from the hood, but you're from the shit part. You was never there when it ever kicked.
Oh, this is the Spanky Joe thing.
been bad from long time later and wicked and they just turned 30.
There you go.
Sip champagne, that's normal. Man, I got gal over here, that's normal.
One mentality, Jamie. Smile, Jamar, Shorty, Lazy. I don't know any of these people, bro. And they sound like they're talking about somewhere I should.
Smiler, tell a man load it. Just cause you walk on the pavement, don't mean you know where the road is. Lick a man down in the open. Man, I got range like rovers. Dead man are snakes like cobras. Draw for the one, make a man disappear hocus pocus. Can't run up in the yard cause dead man are homeless. Hunting, niggas in the whip camping. Head up on the pavement, stamp it. Niggas on the floor like planking. Make a man sleep in a blanket. Take a man's food and bank it.
Let's do one more.
Oh my god. Walk out for the enemy. The whole block door smells like Hennessy. I'm a pedigree. I don't regard what you're telling me. Them boys that block up the eyes, there's the block that you put you wrong.
Terrible shit, a terrible one.
My niggas are on bread and my niggas are on getting P. If you chat like you're on, then you better be. Swear down, these niggas are what niggas chat. We get a better form, man, show me. We get a synergy, cuz you're pro. See my show, man, bang off your doors. I'm man talk on the hot lines like that.
Oh, bro. He literally had hardly any health and then he just hit me back. Like, what? Come on, bro. He was basically dead. He was basically dead. Right.
If you really wanna see who's better, I don't know what you man are doing, but us man here, we're climbing that ladder. Climbing the ranks like Shabba. It can get dark like Shabba. Mr. Lover man like Shabba. It's not a funny man ting like Spragger. MCs fabricate a friendship so they can break it up and have a reason to war me. Boy, then follow my car on roll so they can pull man over like that they caught me.
Right.
People want a picture say they met me, but they didn't meet me. They just saw me.
Oh my god. Oh my god, look at this cunt. Look at this.
Ladies look in my face and smile, then see my ring and still try to draw me. Drivers wanna try cut in front, then I pull up beside them, they ignore me. All my real ones asking when I'm gonna drop next, cause they want more me.
Right. Well, we just got to clip the end of that, I'm sorry. That's it. We're raiding Juzzy. It's Juzzy 51 time. He's streaming woe long. I'm so glad. That. Well, there we go. Oh my god. Thank you to everyone who hung out. We had like raids, resubs. I really need to read all these out. Look, I should really read out. Showshine with the Prime, Dev the Dude for 12 months. Rydrake with 200 bits. Juzzy with the 23-month resub. Big Al with the 7 months. There was a hype train, level 1 with 3 subs. GTA did something. No, that was above the hype train. Tevin gifted to, oh my god, Zelda. Discord merchant gifted to Snake's Revenge. Vinny Kills resubbed. And Tevin raided with 66 people. Discord merchant gifted to someone else. Concha, I must have missed these. Discord gifted to Natal Cog as well. I missed these, I'm sure I did. I had a nice time. We'll do it again tomorrow. Maybe not. I might do gym stream tomorrow. I'm not sure what's happening tomorrow night. But either way, you're all awesome. You're all super awesome people. Follow Juzzy. Be nice to him. I love you all. I mean that. Good night. Bye bye.